right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back. This is episode 9, the episode before we hit 10, and that one is that one before we hit 11, but we're still on 9. And here we are after having been victorious last session. We did lose a valuable crew member, but I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's go ahead and get a recap from a lucky individual. And that individual will be Jack. Take it away, Jack.
Dope. Yeah, so last session was action-packed. We started out our session staring down the barrel of 3 Acumen ships of unknown capabilities. We knew that one was a warship, didn't know what the other 2 were up to, and we were talking over the decision on whether or not to try to take them in a fight. And just a little context with that is right now we got a bunch of debt running against us. We owe a dude back in Balderac Bay a ship, and we also owe a Tabaxi god or a Tabaxi war chief a dead Catman. So we're trying to juggle our debt and our future contracts with the council right now. And so we went out, decided we're going to go sailing to go check out where Chief Sparkle is, pretty much on the other side of the island. Go on a long voyage, and if we happen across any cool ships, we're going to take it out and, you know, maybe just sail right back to Balderac Bay if we didn't get too far. So Ladybird tried to figure out if, you know, anything she could about those 3 ships, and it just seemed like it was going to be too close of a fight or too big of a fight. We ended up noping out of that one. And continuing on our way with the hopes of finding another vessel to prey upon to help repay that debt. Before we found one, though, we found wreckage of another different vessel. And it appeared as though some event happened and there was a bunch of ship wreckage, but not a full ship, floating around at sea. And we were able to find a castaway who turned out to be quite a lovely and endearing pirate by the name of Mr. Raisin. And we took Mr. Raisin aboard. He actually ended up being a member of the crew of... It was Faldar, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Of Faldar, of Captain Faldar, who is one of the Pirates of Reaver's Vend that we're tasked with tracking down and probably killing. So we talked with him for a little bit. He agreed to sign on for a while. He also has a buried treasure map that's on the same island, which is great, that we might go check out later as well. Carrying on our way, we get attacked by a bunch of were sharks, and we're able to fend off the sharks pretty much through some pretty mighty spell casting and a captain that kept his head and just yeeted us out of the fight. We were able to outpace them and, you know, kill the ones that were a problem before eventually being spotted by none other than Captain Faldar himself, who flew the colors. And, you know, before we really had much of a chance to decide or make a decision for ourselves, we were beset upon by his ship, the Swimming Skeleton, I think.
Yep.
And so battle ensued. This dude was not interested in talking, and so we just went out guns blazing and messed him up pretty good. In the melee, we lost one of our most lovable characters, Spinner. But otherwise made out pretty darn well. He seemed to have under his employ a crew of Tabaxi slaves, as well as a secondary, probably trafficking-oriented set of prisoners below decks. And so it'll be interesting to see what comes of all of that. But with the captain rendered unconscious and probably dying and electrocuted, that is where we wrapped it up.
Yeah, definitely getting an inspiration. Good job, Jack. So we are here aboard the Swimming Skeleton. Well, partly aboard Swimming Skeleton. Others are aboard the sea secret, and the fighting has stopped. Captain Faldar has been subdued, and Ladybird stands over him now. Farah, this woman right here, she looks like a mean, tough woman. She's got scars all over her face. Wearing black armor, and she has a scimitar in her hand. She's holding it up to you, Steiner, and she hisses at you, and at the insistence of Captain Faldar and this gentleman over here, she drops her scimitar on the ground. It clinks, clink, 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 and there is silence.
Is Faldar out or?
He's breathing heavily, and you knocked him over the head, so he's.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say parlay to him again, kind of brandishing my quarterstaff or my spear.
Aye, parlay, parlay, parlay. Holds up his hand, waves you off.
Yeah, and I'll kind of grab him by the collar of his jacket and push him out in front of me to go over to the captain.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It'll be fine. And he shoulders his way through. You notice that the Tabaxi females step back, showing some fear of Captain Faldar, even in his current state. And the gentlemen in your wake, as you walk Captain Faldar over, rush over and begin kind of consoling the women. You can tell that they're checking over them. Some of them, it seems, they're speaking in Tabaxi, but you can tell one of them is married to another one. One seems to be the daughter of one of the older ones. And then this head one here is the one you spoke to before. His name is... Or we don't know his name yet, but... and he's kind of surveying around just to check and see what all happens.
Yeah, and I think as I'm walking Faldar over the boarding planks, I'll just kind of go back, turn my head, and just say, "Tend to yourselves. We'll be with you shortly. Take anything you need from this vessel."
This one will step up and he'll clap his hand on your shoulder. Thank you.
And I'll nod and give Faldar a shove onto the boarding plank.
Oh, hey, whoa! And you see him kind of like try to catch his balance on the boarding plank.
Yeah. Just continue marching this.
Is Gary or...
Yeah, so the stuff that just happened, just to kind of recap, because we didn't go over what immediately happened. So last thing that happened, Gary got his arm blown off. Basically, he dealt so much damage I got to pick what lingering injury he got. So he is standing here and he's bleeding and he's holding his arm, which is partly blown off. Doesn't look like it'll be usable. And he's Bjorn, what do I do? Bjorn has just blown off the gunner that was, or the bosun, excuse me, that shot him, and also blew off the first mate that was over here, if you remember, kind of just calling down lightning on both of them. But that's what happens. Let's check and see. So Captain Faldar does catch his balance. And steps across. But yeah, Garrier's like holding up his arm. You can tell face is completely white, bloodless. Looks like he's gonna pass out. And he's freaking out.
If Bjorn will just kind of hold some pressure on it and yell, "Ladybird!"
Yeah, and I'll then, as Faldar's still trying to get onto the thing, I'll shove Faldar down again to just get out of the way, and go over and tend to Garrier's wounds. And I think.
Okay. And you start applying pressure. You can tell eventually Garrier just like passes out.
Yeah.
And I assume he can be taken down to below decks. But yeah, he would pass out from the blood loss.
Okay.
And
is he in? We good to say he's not in.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. The mechanics are just he lost an arm. He's not gonna bleed to death or anything like that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Then
give me a medicine check though, just to see how well you applied the bandages and stuff like that. Yeah, you're entirely 100% certain that he's not going to die from it. He's just lost a lot of blood and is in shock.
Yeah, so I'll probably just be tending to that for a while, and I'll make the way up.
And Captain Faldar is pushed up by Ladybird against Steiner. Sorry, go ahead, Cole.
Yeah, he'll just wipe the blood off his hands and walk up and punch Captain Faldar in the face.
Hey, the parley. The bird said parley. Can you listen?
I'm not the bird.
Captain Faldar, welcome aboard the Sea's Secret.
Hey, it's nice ship. Smells new. Believe we can be partners, eh? Partners, yeah.
It's a shame you weren't speaking of being partners before you lost this battle. I seem to remember us flying the symbolic blue flag that would indicate we weren't seeking any battle, but
It's a white
it's you who
flag.
chose this fate.
But yes,
Was it?
yeah, pirate's gotta earn his reputation, and you earned it. Good job there.
And what now? You parlay for your life? Or
For my life, and we'll be partners in business. You'll be the leader, of course, and I'll pay you in booty. Let me keep my ship. The Reavers will love you, the rest of them.
at the mention of the Reavers, Steiner is interested if he means, or well, I guess Steiner can just ask him. And these Reavers, are you on good terms with?
Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, of course I am. I'm Captain Faldar, ain't I? Damn it.
Steiner is scrutinizing that statement, seeing what he can glean.
Sure. Insight check.
Ooh.
Yeah, it seems like he's talking for his life for sure, but other than you can't necessarily tell what his relationship is to the rest of the Reavers. Captain Steiner.
Yes.
Whoa! Snapper just throws up because Bjorn's still wiping his hands with the blood, and he just throws up all over Fowler.
Ah, damn it.
I'm sorry, Captain Steiner. Just felt it coming up. I'll step away.
Tis fine, tis fine. It's been covered in worse.
It is the best you deserve.
Yes, it is what I deserve. Very true.
Back to the matters at hand. The Reavers. Normally it would not be my style to leave another vessel that could be mine for another, but I am interested in the favor of the Reavers.
Sure, yeah, and I can get it for you. I am a Reaver myself, and of course, as you being my new partner, you got my favor. Captain, what was it? Steen?
Word travels fast, even if it's incorrect. Steiner. It would be,
Steiner, yeah.
with a holding a hand.
Ball the Blacks boy.
Yes, sir. As one
uh,
of the Reavers, I'm not very familiar with how you Reavers do things, but I do know that you're one of 3 noteworthy captains alongside Captain Zarathul and the Black Spot. What
Sure.
can you tell me of how you work together?
Sort of a mutual partnership. We do our even, and when need be, we join together and, well, take ships, raid villages, kill people, all the good stuff that us pirates do, right?
Right. Big smile.
As a matter of fact, I was back on my way there. I take the shipment.
Is that consistent with the way that they seem to be heading?
Yes.
Because now that we know where. Okay.
Yes.
that so?
Tis so.
Well,
Tis so,
Hold
tis
on,
so,
I do
tis so. Can I stand up?
And he'll start trying to stand up.
Jordan will grab him by the shoulder.
All right, I'll stay down.
Show us on a map. Wait, actually, we already know where it is, don't we?
Yeah.
Surely then, if you're to be a partner, you can make a first payment now.
Sure, yeah. Do you take booty or do you take slaves? Because I got both.
Steiner would say, we currently have a debt to a man back in Balderak Bay who we owe a ship to. And I must say, I'm tempted to give him yours. That is perhaps unless you could... There's another ship that you know of that I could replace that with in the next week or so. Is there one that you already have in your possession?
Sure, yeah. Not here. And so let's count those. And he points back to the rowboats on the swimming skeleton. But you could certainly get one for you. It's Reaver's Bend. Reaver's Bay.
Those slaves are free now.
What did he say? He's behind me. I can't hear him.
Those slaves are free now. I'll whisper it in his ear.
Surely you wouldn't rob an honest pirate businessman of his plunder, would you? Especially if he were to be procuring you some kind of a ship, like guest. And not a reaver. And your partner.
Would Steiner know? Does Bjorn have? Is Bjorn opposed to slavery?
Bjorn is certainly opposed to slavery.
He's the goodest out of us.
Micmac runs across the thing.
Ladybird! Ladybird!
Yes.
That one!
And he points back to this tabaxi.
I want that one!
Micmac. Your arm is almost off of your body.
He looks down.
What?
You are bleeding everywhere.
Oh, that's okay. Ladybird fixes.
Please go lie down.
Okay, but make sure, let Captain Steiner know I call dibs.
I will do my best.
And he waddles downstairs.
He went down like twice in that last fight.
No,
right?
I know, yeah, he's not feeling good, but he's a big man, so.
Also, was there, I noticed you did it for Gary. I don't think Micmac got more lingering injuries.
Sorry, repeat that.
I don't think Micmac got more lingering injuries.
Yeah, no, Micmac's good. Yeah, so he only has exhaustion. He has exhaustion level 2.
Okay.
Is
I
what he's
didn't know
looking
if it was oversight or just he made his saves.
Yeah, so you only... Or no, sorry, he's exhaustion 4, actually. That's what he's listed as. But yeah, I don't have any listed for him for lingering injuries. I know Gary had 2, he had a limp, and then the last one was so much that I got to pick, and then he got a lost arm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't recall Micmac taking any giant hits. I think he just kept getting downed.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
While that was going on, Steiner's like doing a little pace, and he's considering the world where he lets Faldar back on his ship and we're heading to Reaver's Bend. Without the Tabaxi slaves, from what
they don't have enough to
does he
captain
even
it.
have enough crew to
No.
man that?
And in fact, they outnumber his crew now so much that they could probably just take the ship from him.
Yeah.
I don't.
They could move at 1/10 speed without the Tabaxi slaves.
Could we distribute our crew on that ship?
Yeah.
We'd definitely
Yeah.
split. And especially if we split the tabaxi. You know, you can go halvesies and throw them both back probably fine. Can I really quick get a look over my shoulder at this badass lady to my left?
Sure. Yeah, you look over your shoulder. She's just staring at you, Lady Bird, like she wants to fuck you up.
What are you looking at? Huh?
And also, do you like gold?
She just stares at you.
Sure, fine. Give it to me.
Do you like him? And I'll nod over towards Falk.
She peers over at him.
He's my captain. No one likes their captain.
And
Does Steiner hear that?
well, and
No,
through
Steiner's
this,
too busy talking to Falder right now.
Okay.
I do want to get a bead on what I'm trying to figure out is if it's a loyal crew situation or
Sure.
if
Yeah,
it's
give me an insight check. Lady Bird is unsure.
Yeah.
Get the sense that this,
Well, yeah, I'll take unsure.
yeah.
I'll go with context clues. We'll do Jackson's. I guess.
Listen, Captain Steiner. Me, well, not having half my crew now, I'm a little difficult situation. So if I am to procure you this ship, which I am fully meaning to do, on my word, as a legendary pirate, I would need enough members to captain my ship on the way back.
A reasonable request.
And without the slaves, it's not possible.
Steiner kind of looks around and nods, like, yeah, the math adds up.
Now, the women, sure, take them. The men, however,
And Glint would step up and in Tabaxi, he'd look at Ladybird.
I speak enough common to know what he is saying.
It's fine. Just wait a moment. And then do what you must.
Make a persuasion check. At advantage. He puts his hand on his bow, but he nods to you. Faldar and Steiner notice this, that he has his hand on his bow, and so do all the men, pretty much. But they have not drawn their bows yet.
See, they cannot be trusted. You gotta keep them in line.
Ladybird
I'll
says,
punch him in the back of the head.
wait, yeah. Ladybird says, what? A staff non-lethally goes up the back of his neck.
Ah!
It goes really hard.
Oh, then yeah, he would pass out then. Yeah, he would pass out. Just boom, she just puts him down.
Thank you, Ladybird.
Bjorn, Ladybird, as much as I appreciate all the work you do with me, it does get rather dull when all of the people who I'm talking to end up passing out before our conversations are over.
You should have better answers.
Conversation over. She says mockingly back at Steiner.
This gentleman here is gonna step up. Hello, Captain Steiner. May I speak to you?
What does he look like? Do I have any sense of who he is?
Yeah, he's darker of skin, so he's probably Acumen. Definitely sticks out in the crew. The rest of them look to be natives or tabaxi. And he's wearing fine armor and has a nice weapon. And you can tell that this one, when she looks at it, does not like him. You can tell that, Ladybird, with your passive insight.
Cool.
Could I motion like a come hither to him, and as I'm doing that, just kind of look over? It seems that Mr. Raisin's very close by to me, and just
Yeah, he's just looking over, and Imric's gonna kind of dance over the. Hello, my name is Imric. I am from Acuba. I am a sellsword.
Welcome aboard.
Nods to you. I have no particular dog in fight with this Captain Faldar. If you pay as good as he does, I will join your crew.
What does my associate pay?
He pays me per voyage 100 gold pieces.
And the cut.
Emmerich turns back, and the cut nods to you.
Does Steiner know at all if that's like a regular going rate? Or because that sounds outrageous to Trey, but
It
Sure.
sounds outrageous.
Yeah,
high.
make a investigation check.
on hot.
Is this sailing related?
Yeah, if he's if he's really really talented, it could be worth it.
If that's the price that he pays, you must be quite the soldier.
That is why he pays.
I didn't notice you doing all that much when we were fighting. unless did I?
Heyo.
He was fighting Cyrus. He got some good licks. Cyrus would step up. I can vouch for him, Captain. He is inferior to me, but still a good fighter. He turns back. Emmerich does. Perhaps you would like to duel, and I can show you.
To me?
No, to Cyrus.
I will be your
Cyrus is
champion.
just Stonewall, like does not care. I come from an elite group of mercenaries in Acuba. Travel very many long ways. Skilled aboard the ship, navigation, gunner, first mate, quartermaster.
Can I look him up and down and get an insight on that?
Sure. He's definitely a lot more capable with everything than every crew member you have, except maybe Anna, Cyrus, and Big Sam. You can tell Ladybird that if he were to be paid extra, those three would probably be upset. It also, some like Jean-Claude would be upset, but you know he's not that useful anyway. So
So spiteful
Right,
that-
and he doesn't. He seems confident in his words.
he
Doesn't
does,
seem
yes. And he's young, so definitely room to
Right.
grow as well.
Yeah, Ladybird kind of paces around him and then just shrugs at the captain.
This ship we all pay the same, Captain.
Yes, that's just a large sum of gold. You would need to be quite the soldier to. I don't even get paid that much. With a smile.
Surely he would earn more getting a share of our treasure than he would with 100 gold And the cut of an inferior pirate.
Pharaoh would chime up.
He lies. He gets 50 gold per voyage.
Imrek turns around.
There is nothing you can trust with this one. She flays men alive.
Ladybird looks to that lady. Very curious.
Yeah, she pulls out,
Does
her,
she deny
pulls out her
that?
dagger and she licks her dagger and smiles.
He is right about that.
In Falder's voice, I say, "Drop it!"
If my services are not needed, I will return to port next time.
Well, at the very least, Imric, I don't believe you have anywhere to go here in the middle of the ocean. Perhaps you can tag along, collect your share of the gold, and we'll see if your services are worth any additional price or not.
Nods. Thank you, Captain Steiner.
Don't thank me yet.
And as that happens, Falder coughs up some blood and comes back awake.
I guess this bird doesn't know what parlay means.
You'll have to excuse them. They have hot tempers. Perhaps we can speak somewhere more private.
He looks around.
Fine.
And he looks up to Bjorn, and you can tell he's going to try to stand up. Sees if you're going to let him stand up.
Bjorn will kind of put his hand on his shoulder. And then, like, yank him up by the back of his collar.
All right. Down to the captain's quarters. Will it be your ship or my ship?
Just a quick, from as I recall, his ship looked a lot older and grummier. Or, grummier isn't a word, but more run down, right?
Yes, yeah, and there's like skeletons affixed, like tied with like seaweed and things like across the hull to make it look ominous. And there's the flag is a big black flag. It's got a skeleton face. Yeah, it looks scary, but like the actual ship is kind of in disrepair and not in good shape.
While the decorations on your boat, for lack of a better word, impress me, I think my crew or my captain's quarters will be more suited, more suitable.
Sure.
And he turns over.
Raisin. Fancy seeing you here.
Yes, Captain Feldor. Nice to see you again. And you can tell he's looking like he's got a kind of fuck you look in his eye.
Seems all my friends are here.
Not call us friends.
In
I
due
hope to
time.
make new friends.
I take it this is your first mate.
This
Pleasure.
one here's Bjorn.
What's up with
Pleasure,
the
And he kind of waves his hand around his face, and you see he's referring to your tattoos.
I do not think you would understand.
Very well. All right, let's talk privately without the bird.
Yeah, could we?
Yeah, you go to his ship.
Oh, I was.
Or
I
your
was
ship?
thinking ours.
Okay, sure.
It doesn't really matter.
Alright. And just you two, or?
Yeah, I'm not following.
Yeah, unless
Where's-
Bjorn is really persistent.
Yeah, Bjorn can stay out.
Well, let's bring
Okay.
Bjorn. Why not? Just to-
Well, Bjorn can just go over, and if I don't come, I'm just gonna go over and start searching
Okay.
the ship. Bjorn's fine with that.
As you're walking down, you do run past Garrier, and he's sleeping. And Micmac pops up in his bunk.
Captain Steiner,
This better be important.
did you save my slave?
I'm negotiating the terms right now.
Oh, good.
A little smile.
I'll go let Ladybird know.
And he steps up and he walks above deck.
Jeez.
Bjorn will kind of give him a death
I
stare.
hear him coming, and I say, "To bed."
Captain Follet looks over to you.
You keep little kobolds aboard your ship. Interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting that he has a bigger dick than you.
That was uncalled for.
What's really interesting to me is how many people you keep on your ship that would rather kill you than see you live. A mistake, if you ask me.
Well, sometimes, and I'm sure you'll discover this when you get more seasoned as a captain, you have to inspire fear in your crew, or else they won't do what you need them to do.
Did you not say that we did what we needed to do without fear?
Sometimes, the tides turn one way, sometimes they turn another. Today they turned your way. But enough with this. Let us talk. Mano y mano.
He turns to Steiner and asks for you to leave, Bjorn.
Bjorn will go stand by the back door. On the inside, though, facing them with his arms crossed.
So, now that we are alone here, it's a nice captain's quarters you got here. Not,
And he's kind of he's walking around and just kind of perusing.
not as, ominous as mine are. I'd say different tastes we have.
Judging from the outside of your vessel, I could imagine so. I appreciate your fine taste.
Well,
But
He
I would
kind of turns at a point, stumbles a little bit. You can tell he's still shaken from the fight.
what'll happen, Captain Steiner?
Well, I suppose, as you've said, the difference between me and you is that you seem to rule your crew with an iron fist through fear, and they wouldn't dare disobey your orders until it's your death. My crew, it's a little more lax. Sometimes they don't do exactly what I would like, and from what I can tell up there, I think that we might have some issues while leaving together in one piece with your slaves, as riled up as they are.
Sure, we'll have to kill a couple of them. Probably one of the males and like 3 of the females, but after they'll fall in line eventually. As always.
Does he seem genuine? So
Yes.
Does Steiner believe him?
Yes.
Okay.
Still have enough to crew us back, and I'll get your ship. Nice. Shiny and new. They can pay off the man and join the Reavers.
If I do this for you, if we enter into this partnership, just know that I'm putting a lot at stake myself here with the respect of my crew, and as surely you see now how these tides can change and put a captain at risk. I'm going out on a limb here for you. If I find out that you don't have as much sway with the Reavers as you're letting on, I wouldn't want to be you.
Oh, that will not be a problem, Captain Steiner. I promise ye. The Reavers will welcome an ally as formidable as you.
Captain, I will not let this man leave the room in possession of slaves.
Seems we're seeing the outcome of not ruling with fear, Captain Steiner.
I invite you to try to scare me.
That was directed at Faldar, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And then perhaps is there some middle ground that can be struck where if would you have enough crew or potential crew back in Reaver's Bend that if we took the current slaves, freed them so as to appease all parties, kind of looking back to Bjorn.
Will nod.
And after appeasing all parties, you could regather your crew back in Reaver's Bend and these ones set free.
We can crew with just 3 if the person out there has a problem with it, but it will take a lot longer. And if we run into any nasties on the way, not much we can do to stop them from taking our prized possessions.
Help sail the ship.
Yeah, I think.
Plus,
that would
not
be
to mention
enemy
all of the... And he turns and he's kind of whispering to you, Steiner, like out of Bjorn's earshot. Money we're leaving on the table. We're talking serious gold pieces. Akiba pays in platinum.
Or
I'm not catching your drift. I must have gotten bumped on the head by that damned feathered freak.
are you saying that the Acubans pay well for
slaves?
vaccine?
For slaves, yes. I thought that was obvious.
I didn't know you had an Acuban connection. Although it seems with your lad Imric, I suppose you do. Either way, I don't think we can crew your ship with just 3 and, you know, I mean, how much slower would that make them? Like, it's like less than half speed, right?
Yeah, it's 1/10 speed, so it goes from half to 1/10. So he would be traveling. He would be traveling 1 hex a day instead of 5 hexes a day. From the up. Yeah, we updated the travel speed just so you guys know. there were 2 different stat blocks, and you should have been traveling like more than double what you were traveling. So sorry about that.
I'll get it.
I want a refund for our supplies.
Yeah. Misfortune.
Let's see.
No, I'm just kidding.
Gold left on the table is only
Platinum
gold for you.
on the
that's left on the
tables, Captain Steiner. Don't let your
Sir.
underlings dictate.
Even if I didn't listen to my crew, I don't see a way that you can keep these slaves without the assistance of my crew.
Seems there's
They
only
will
one.
turn on you as soon as you go up there.
One member will turn on me.
And he looks around your shoulder towards the door where Bjorn's standing around.
I was picturing Bjorn standing literally inside.
Oh, you're inside. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, he'll
Yeah, just with his his
he'll
back
just
kind
look
of
at Bjorn, but he's kind of whispering, but Bjorn can hear this.
That's honest.
Again, the support of this one is not something that I can jeopardize, and as I said, gold left on the table is a problem for you and not me if it's your gold that is left on the table and not mine.
Well, we're partners now. I'd be willing to share it with you. 50-50.
It's a commendable offer, but you'll have to find the next big score.
All right, fine. You let us travel back with the Tabaxis, I promise. We will let them go when we get to port.
Can you take us to the, not the world map necessarily, but the Isle of Gara map very quick? Gara? Yeah. Yeah, because I noticed that we were much close, or we're very
So
close.
if you leave the tabaxis on the ship, they'll have enough to travel 5 hexes a day. So you could get there in about
Like,
a week and a half.
Dude. We gotta murk this dude. You gotta.
All right, you're metagaming, Jack.
No, it's not metagaming. That's party talk. Like, we still exist at a table.
True. All right. But you should.
Yeah.
Steiner should step out and consult with his crew if you want.
There's no private talk we can have. Like,
Yeah.
just like, how do you, I'm curious how Trey thinks this line of thought will game out.
With
Yeah.
keeping him
What-
alive. And
I want to know what you're thinking right now. And like, I won't put an input, but I want you to talk through whatever options you're considering, because
I'm imagining that with my insight checks. Am I risking misfortune by doing this?
well, without your
What do you mean?
I was just making sure before I went on my, my thought process. I was making sure I wasn't going.
No, you're fine.
Okay,
You
you
guys
got
are
misfortune for that.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that we, we enter a partnership with my, with this dude. With my insight stuff being low, I kind of get the sense that he's has some sway with the Reavers. Go to Reavers Bend. He gets us a ship. We return it. That's the ship that we need, and then we actually have allies with the Reavers. We have a seat at the table. Hey, keeping them alive. We have a formidable ally for potentially one day doing some maneuvering with Baldebrecht back.
Let's I would prefer this to be in character. Let's say Steiner steps out and Ladybird, Bjorn, and Steiner can have a discussion.
Sure.
And so if he goes along and acts, what do we gain that we could not take now? You want influence. What speaks louder? Mercy or strength? Hang him. Let them all see that you're not afraid of someone you have submitted to you already. You want influence? Take his flags. You want a ship? Take his. What is there to gain that we can't take?
I don't know the Reavers as well as I should, but I do know that if they team up like he says they do, I don't know if we had a strenuous battle against one Reaver.
Where are
The
they?
other two and Reaver's Bend turned on us.
They didn't team up for him. Do you see anyone? Here, take my spyglass. Look. Do you see a Reaver in sight? I see one bleeding out of his mouth. With no allies.
They'd not be more impressed if we show up with his head and his ship than groveling, asking for an introduction from one we defeated.
Steiner's nodding to himself. What you guys are saying is
Especially use
making
the
sense.
money.
What was that?
Plus, we could certainly use the gold.
Have we searched his ship at this point? Perhaps we,
No way.
No.
Because
Sorry.
I got some cats after this shit.
Wait, have you searched the ship yet? Your crew's doing it. There's a fair amount of plunder in the ship.
So I don't have a exact figure, but it's a
Not yet,
sizable
yeah.
haul.
Mhm. Between 2 and 6.
2 and 6 plunder. Mm.
Frankly, he annoys me. I would love to chop his head off.
I would love to see this Farah's work. Sounds fascinating.
Sounds like she could make a good surgeon.
Well, most of all, on top of your arguments being good, I do love me some gold. Perhaps a little display of the new pirates in town could be set up on the top of the deck. Who would like to do the honors?
I would.
Okay. So could we could Steiner go back in and play hunky dory,
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so say Steiner walks back in and Faldar holds up his arms.
I take it all went over well.
Yeah, I'd just say nothing but walk up and shake his hand.
Ah, partner, Captain Steiner. This'll be good. It's a good decision. We'll
Big
both be
smiles.
rich. We'll both be reavers. We will take Boulder Black Bay together.
Taking. Yes. I see it in my future, for sure. Come, join me on the deck. We'll make an announcement to everyone.
Make a deception check.
Sure. Sorry, I don't have my character sheet up. Core deception.
Let us go.
And he'll step out with you.
And I think before that scene, Ladybird will have been. I need to put some people to do some things, and I'm sure.
Yeah,
Bjorn,
we-
you have things to do.
Yeah, so you
I'll-
walk up and tell him to get a hanging block ready, essentially.
No, I
Oh, okay.
need to go talk to the Tabaxi. And
Sure.
I don't know who Bjorn wants to talk to, but I think while the captain's in talking with Faldar,
Yeah, we'll say we'll do Ladybird first, and then we can do a conversation with Bjorn. But yeah, so Ladybird, you step over, and Glint allows you to step over.
What is your name?
you can call me Ladybird, but that is not important right now. What matters is that one of two things is about to happen. And I would hope that I could rely on you for something.
Before I can tell you if you can rely on me, I must know your name. Your true name. How else
Yeah,
can I
and,
judge?
Yeah, they
I am Glint on the far coast. This is my
Nice.
wife, petal falling in a cool breeze.
and in this tongue I've learned to call myself a dock in calm waters.
He pulls his head back. You see, he considers it. He thinks for 10 seconds. It's kind of an awkward silence, and all of it's back to your thinking. And he turns to Petal, and she nods to him. He says,
Very well. Doc.
And so when when the captains emerge, all I ask of you is that you don't act right away. Just let it happen. And get the fuck out of here.
Nice.
And know that we are not slavers.
All right, make a persuasion check at advantage. He looks at you.
Very well. But he should suffer for what he has done.
Well, if there's one thing I can promise, it's suffer. And while I have you, those two. And I kind of motion towards Farah and Imric.
Mm-hmm.
Were any of them close with the captain?
Let me make a check. I don't know what Glenn would know. He motions over to Farah.
That one. I think it is his daughter.
And I'll... thank you. And I'll just take a step, whisper to Cyrus.
He catches your arm as you go.
She deserves to suffer more.
And I'll nod.
I need to let you go.
Yeah, and I'll just whisper to Cyrus, take Sam, watch the one with the knives.
What? I did not hear you, Ladybird.
Take Sam, watch the one with the knives.
Sam steps up.
He won't be taking me anywhere.
Make sure she doesn't use them.
Cyrus nods. Sam nods as well.
Go, I'll remain here. That's what I want.
And Bjorn, is there anything you want to do before Faldar
Nope,
is brought up?
He'd just be waiting outside the door.
Okay. Yeah. So the door opens and Faldar steps out.
Excuse us, we have an announcement to make. Pardon.
And Faldar, let me do the talking if you would.
Sure. Step aside!
He looks at Bjorn.
Bjorn will just kind of step behind Faldar.
Creep.
And so what kind of I'm imagining is that we would kind of walk up to the main deck.
Sure. Yeah. So you guys
And
walk
I would
over
kind of-
here, and then
Yeah, and
Come up to
I
the
would
main
kind
deck.
of stop Faldar at a place, we're standing right next to Bjorn with kind of a nod to Bjorn as I start to walk up and gather the attention of folks.
Listen up!
Bjorn will hit
Everyone-
him in the
everyone-
face with
yeah.
his axe.
You'll be the first to die.
he whispers.
I'm gonna
And
pretend.
Bjorn-
it's- Oh, go ahead.
Bjorn will say, perhaps second, and then try to kick his knees out from him.
Sure. Make a athletics check. Yeah. So you totally fails. You just kick him and falls face first.
Ugh!
He looks up.
Captain Steiner! Reprimand this! Scallywag! Bitch!
Bjorn will look to the captain.
My turn. Instead of reprimanding, Steiner would step forward and just. It is truly a glorious day for us pirates. A new horizon is ahead for all of us. It has been too long we've played politics with the powers that be, but it's time to turn a new leaf. It's time for us to show our strength and take what it is that we want. Show what it truly means to be a pirate. And we will start this show now, as he turns to Bjorn and kind of gives the final nod.
Bjorn will use Sunstrike, two-handed axe chop off his head.
Okay. Steiner, can you make a performance check? And then can you make an attack for me, Bjorn? Yeah.
That's what we.
So you get everyone's attention. All right. Do you want to hero point that? Bjorn?
Can you not hear me?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Sorry.
Did you guys hear?
Yeah, I do not have any hero points.
Okay. Yeah, so
No.
Steiner gives this great speech, and everyone kind of turns their eyes to the. I will grant you a hero point, Bjorn, that you can use.
Thank you.
Yes.
The D4?
Yes.
I'll
The D6,
add
sorry.
one really quick.
Okay. And Steiner gives this speech, and everyone's eyes turn, and you see Farah. She turns and she. No! And she lunges forward, and Cyrus and Big Sam both catch her, and you can see she's almost like furious, and she's like shaking. And then Bjorn just raises his axe up, and Faldar looks up, he's like, "Oi, no! And Bjorn just cuts that clean slice and severs Faldar's head, and Farah's like, "No! She's screaming really loud, and she's like trying to bite at Cyrus's arm. And eventually, Big Sam's just gonna like choke her out and drop her to the ground.
Sleeper hold.
Yeah. And yeah, just kind of, finishing up the speech then. And all of those pirates among us who truly are pirates and spirits will know that it is Captain Steiner Vulcan and the sea's spirit who must be feared in these lands, and us who get what we want.
Huzzah!
And Glint would step up, and he says this in Tabaxi. I don't know.
What will become of us?
As I said before, we are not slavers. This ship belongs to us, and if you would help, we would appreciate your labor. We sail for Baldebrax Bay. There, we will release you. We will set you to your work if you wish to take to a life of the seas. I am sure that my captain will.
You are a friend, Doc, over calm waters. But we have tribe. We must return.
Where?
The rocky shores.
Very well. Then perhaps you can find passage from Baldebrack Bay. And that I will discuss with the captain.
He steps forward.
Please. They have suffered enough.
This is not my decision to make.
You can see his head just kind of drops.
You understand. We are not slavers. We are not a charity either. Your captain was weak. We are not.
He lifts his head up.
Do I need to be concerned?
You do not know my captain.
Very well. Will you sail under us? To Baldebrax Bay.
If we must.
Very well. And can I feel good about it just from the RP. Is that enough?
Is what enough?
Like, is it worth an insight check? Like, I feel like
I mean,
believe
if you really want to, yeah. If you feel good, you feel good.
I feel I'll pass.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, generally, an insight check is like if you're trying to figure out a specific thing.
No. I buy his story.
Okay.
So either good lying or
yeah. I mean,
or good
I would tell you if he was obviously lying, and your passive insight would detect that.
Yeah. So I think at this point, I'll go back to the crew, and I think we need to have another quick parlay. Or quick
Kill
party.
another guy.
Captain Steiner, perhaps I can come for your parlay in secret.
And why would you like to?
Because at one time, Mr. Raisin was a leading member of crew aboard Swimming Skeleton. Perhaps now, Mr. Raisin become temporary captain here. Help to return ship to Bilderbrack Bay.
For fear
hear
of doing
this
too many
conversation?
speeches. Yeah, do they hear that conversation?
He's kind of saying it in so like it is kind of heard by people near, but it's not like he's yelling it. It's kind of like a personal thing. People are going about doing their stuff. You know, like imagine that while this is happening, like Brown T is kind of surveying the ship, looking for stuff. Snappers, you know, swabbing the deck. You know, people are moving around doing so. They're just like standing around now.
Yeah.
Could I
Except for
search
Tall as well.
Captain Baldar's pockets?
Sure. Yeah, make a perception check. Yeah, his pockets are bare. He didn't have a whole lot on his person.
No cool weapons or anything.
He has a cutlass. Just a normal cutlass.
Broke son of a bitch.
Well, let me
Yeah, his ship was that.
generate his.
Well, back to Mr. Raisin, Steiner might say that you're right that there is a vacancy in leadership now that Spinner is dead. But funny enough, we seem to have started a bit of a tradition in filling the vacancy of quartermaster. That is, anyone who wants it can fight to the bitter end over it with any other contenders. Would you like to see who you would have to fight first?
I'm sorry, the fucking.
Got some errors there.
Yeah, I got a lot of errors. Oh, what happened? Maybe this is just a
Mundane error.
test.
Mundane error.
Okay, so it is working. Ignore that. I must have put something in weird.
I'm gonna be pissed if it's less than 4 plunder.
It's just. What? Okay, take the. What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna fix this.
Weird.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Okay,
Let's
so it is.
kill that guy, Captain Steiner.
Yeah, who's gonna be the new quartermaster? We gonna have.
Oh, I think I
Mr.
know what
Raisin
happened. Okay,
versus-
I know exactly what happened.
We can get 4. We can do a tournament style.
Ooh. 'Cause I feel like I know that Anna wants. A
Well,
big say.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what you got. Sorry,
That's sweet.
I was changing
Oh,
the
nice.
type on accident. So yeah, you got a silk handkerchief, carved bone statuette, potion of healing, tinderbox, 4 plunder, rope, antitoxin, and a cloth of gold vestments that belong to the former captain. And they have on the lapel are golden skeletons.
And what is the carved bone statuette of?
It is of a skeleton.
That tracks.
He's got a theme, certainly.
Yes. And sorry, someone said something and I was totally not paying attention. I apologize.
I was saying when Mr. Raisin was talking about he wants to be the quartermaster, I was saying that we have a tradition of fighting to the near death over becoming the new quartermaster, and if he would like to know who he would have to fight before throwing his name
Yeah,
into that.
I would not like to become quartermaster. I would like to become captain of new ship. Steiner! Anna steps forward. I can be captain too, Captain Steiner.
Either way, this is only a temporary thing. We are selling that ship as soon as we get back. But you both mean just in the interim?
Anna nods. Well, do we have to sell ship? Perhaps keep it. Generate passive income for you. I am good captain. I can take it out, raid villages, return some.
You are exhausted, and you are half dead, and you have been on this ship for a week.
This bird yells at me. I don't like
This
it.
bird will do more than yell at you. Who are you? What is your purpose? Why do you have such self-importance?
He looks at Captain Steiner. I'm Mr. Raisin.
Get me! And I grab him by the face.
Ah, please, do not throw. I was already tossed from last ship. It was not pleasant.
Do you want to speak of unpleasantries?
Ah,
Who do you think you are? You are a castaway. And I start to squeeze and dig my talons.
please,
into his face.
you pop me in my...
You are no captain.
Alright,
What
alright,
have
it
you
was
done?
just a suggestion.
What have you done to earn?
Anna was up
I-
for it. I do
oh,
agree
yeah.
that perhaps I would be the better suited one to be captain.
Certainly in seniority you have first stake. I say it should be Anna.
It's like this title everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah.
It'd be a temporary pilot.
Understood. Although, Captain Steiner, I would like... go ahead to kill that one. She points towards Farah. She will only be an issue.
Ladybird nods.
We
They
not have
haven't
to-
had any interaction directly, right?
Who? Anna and Farah? No.
Yeah.
Anna's been
So-
watching.
Yeah, okay. And why do you say so?
She looks around. We all saw how she acted. Clearly she has some emotional attachment to the dread pirate.
Her father.
Apparently he was her father.
Well, Captain, what would you suggest?
We don't have to cause her any pain, but it makes the most sense to dispose of her.
Looking around at Ladybird and Bjorn, I'm assuming Ladybird is in agreement
Bird
based on
a
father
dagger from her pocket, and it's that like vicious, still kind of like slightly oozing dagger.
And be-
Right.
Like Ladybird has dibs on this.
You guys are no good at making new friends, but
Captain Steiner,
I
if
see
I
your
may,
point.
Imric will speak up. Farah is,
Sure.
yes, a problem, but she is quite useful in combat.
Will be useful in combat against us. Sure.
Imric nods. Just want to make sure you are aware of her abilities.
So other than Imric and Farah, it's like
Yeah, there's a pirate over here who's just,
slaves
just
that
standing here like
One-
awkwardly.
Pirate.
Trying to fly under the radar here.
The Tabaxi all been eyeing him, and he's just kind of shying away. Brown Keith's been fucking with him and like pushing him up against the side of the boat and stuff, and like and just laughing, just kind of playing with him.
Well, I do like, at any point, adding capable soldiers to our mix, but if nobody trusts her around here, that will be a hard reputation to earn back. And yeah, if nobody else has anything else to say, I think.
Ladybird's like already kind of walking, and she probably walks towards where Freya is choked out, kind of laying on the deck, and just pauses for a second at the top of the stairs and looks over her shoulder to you, Steiner.
Yeah, if nobody else was speaking up, you get a nod.
Yeah, and as she's unconscious on the deck, I actually I'll pull out the dagger and wonder for a moment, like, should just stab her, or maybe it'd be better to like poison, or maybe it's like a slit the throat and toss her overboard. Like I'll spend some time thinking about the best way to just dispose of this.
And what does Ladybird choose?
I think after all of this, she takes out the spear, and she's got the dagger in the other hand. She's like, which one? Because she's remembering the Tabaxi asking for Farah to suffer. And I mean, she's gonna do something pretty fucked up. So like, I hope it's not a trigger warning for it. But
I mean, I'm pretty untriggerable, but I mean, if anyone else says,
I mean, our like 3-person audience.
right, exactly, yeah. Well, actually, it is 4 people right now.
All right, well,
Let's go.
You got your warning, boys.
Well, including us. So
since Freya Farah is sort of over the cargo
Mhm.
hold, and unconscious, Ladybird's gonna take her wrists and bind them to the slats that are there.
Okay.
And make sure she's all tied down.
Yeah, she's
good
tied
and
down.
well.
And she'll wake up while you're doing this, and she'll look. She'll spit on you.
Yeah, and probably then it's like just the claw at her mouth, and just like fully not worried about drawing blood or whatever, but she'll pry her jaw open and just stuff in some cloth. Yeah, like, blood's kind of coming out of her cheeks where Ladybird's claws are pressed in. And she's still like, now that Farah's all secured, Ladybird's kind of just on her knees over the body, pretty much is how she's thinking about it. And she'll pull out that dagger that she got, the dagger of venom. And she'll take a second to make sure she's got the inscription on the blade right, and she mutters to herself some just horrid drow incantation.
A drow incantation?
Yeah, it has a command word to activate.
Oh,
So-
gotcha. Okay.
So she does that to do the...
While this is
Yeah.
happening, Cyrus would step over to Captain Steiner, and he'd say, "Captain, this is unsightly. Devilish, even."
Does he seem to be the only person with that concern?
Everyone's kind of looking on like, holy shit, like, this is a lot. Some people seem less, perturbed. You did just, cut off Captain's head. The Tabaxi
Just a
seem
good
to be
old-fashioned devil.
relishing in the fact that she's being, punished. Some people, like Snapper's hiding his head, like there's, Micmec's
Yeah.
loving it. Micmec's over here just cheering Ladybird on.
It's gotta be a bit.
Yeah, exactly what he's doing, yeah.
If it makes Micmac happy, it makes Trey
Micmac
happy.
is extremely happy right now.
Yeah, I mean, Steiner will
He's even
say,
forgotten about his slave. But
to Cyrus, Steiner would say, "Ah, if it doesn't suit you, then look away, but those who play dangerous games meet dangerous ends, and perhaps one day that will be said of us, but wait a second."
he looks at you. Agreed.
Steiner shrugs and just kind of starts like he's in his own head now, like thinking about it, like, what did I just...
While this is happening, I think Bjorn would be getting Spinner's body and preparing him for the Viking burial.
Sure.
Whenever it would be appropriate, Steiner had an idea regarding...
Well, yeah. Let's
Spinner.
finish up with any last touches, Ladybird.
Yeah. I mean, so she's whispers the incantation, she starts peeling.
Oh, jeez.
Starting on the skins on the exposed wrists that are kind of over her head tied. She starts just peeling down from wrist to elbow.
All right. And as you're peeling, an
It seems
arrow
bad.
flies from Cyrus.
I'll try to catch it.
Sure.
Man,
I'll catch it.
It flies past. You can tell he's trying to kill her. What's up?
Yeah, well, I'll use my reaction, like the deflect missiles reaction,
Sure.
and I think I automatically hit an 8.
Yeah. No problem. Stop
Yeah,
this!
so
He looks
catch
over
it.
at Captain Steiner. This is not acceptable.
Steiner's still like thinking to himself and like doesn't really pay him any mind. He's like just stroking his chin and like walking around.
Mr. Raisin agrees with Bert. Farah is terrible. Perhaps she should be flayed herself.
Ladybird is actively flaying.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this
So yeah, you hear Farah, ah!
She's-
and she's just having her her skin actually flayed.
And
It's
it
very
melts.
high energy.
Yeah.
And Cyrus would put another crossbow bolt in his crossbow. he would look at Steiner first. Like, are you gonna stop this, or is he gonna have to do it?
I won't stop it, but certainly make sure you don't hit Ladybird.
Okay, he would fire again. Ladybird tries to catch it again, I assume.
Yeah, I'll roll for it. I don't think I can hit even 21.
Okay, gotcha. Well then, yeah, we'll say that with that he.
I don't know how these shots are working because we're above him and she's tied down to the ground. So
she's on the ground being flayed. I thought she was on the mast.
No. These.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say he would. Yeah, we'll say he'd run up and fire it. Sorry, I didn't know that was. I missed that key part. Yeah, we'll say you get some good flaying out, and it really took some damage off, and then he would fire a crossbow into her, and Cyrus is just staring at Ladybird like with anger and disgust.
Ladybird kind of looks up from her work, seeing the crossbow bolt happen, and wrenches the bolt from Freya's skull. Just looks at it for a second, drops it to the side, looks up to the tabaxi that are kind of over there, takes the dagger, wipes it off, puts it back in, pats down Farah, whatever, cuts the binds on the wrists, starts to drag the body overboard.
Cyrus would walk back over to Steiner. Captain, our previous agreement, I must rescind it.
Oh! That sounds
definitely
like
catches Steiner's attention. What? I don't believe there was any clause regarding rescinding.
I no longer
It's been
expect
like-
you to take me to the dying lands. But the next time we port, I will leave.
It's been probably like a month since you joined the crew, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cyrus, I took you for a man of his word.
I am no man.
No. Yeah, God damn it, I always do that.
And I am of my word. I will not be associated with such devilish, torturous actions. This is evil, through and through. And if I are to allow it, surely I will not be allowed to enter into the dying lands.
I'm not so sure that backing out of an agreement that you made gives you much good standing to seek your afterlife either. But I'm no expert. You are, apparently.
Yes, you are not. And he'd walk off.
Yeah, damn it.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a 10-to-1 trade. I'll take it.
You saying, like, we're getting these tabaxi?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. We'll see.
Pick up the ass, Cyrus. I'm cool with that. Was there anything on though? Were her knives or anything any sort of special?
Not magical, no. She's got 3 scimitars, 2 daggers. She does have a
3 scimitars?
She has an acid flask and a bottle of poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sneaky bitch was gonna poison you, Steiner.
Yeah, so you can't have that. And it's just the basic poison, which is the 1d4 poison damage.
Cool.
So nothing too special, but yeah, it's a little extra damage.
Yeah, no.
Well, Captain, that leaves 1.
Look, are you looking at Imric or the pirate?
The pirate.
Please, please. I'm very loyal. Perhaps I can be a part of your crew.
Mr. Raisin, do you know this man?
Yes, fleetingly. He is deck scrubber.
Does he scrub a good deck?
He is okay. Perhaps better than your man with 1 arm. Yeah.
Bjorn kind of step to him at that.
Oh, it's just a joke. I'm sorry, Bjorn.
Do not make jokes like that.
Yo, this fucking raisin dude. I thought I taught him a lesson. Who the fuck does he think he is? Like, Ladybird goes back up to him again.
Mr. Raisin.
Yeah, I feel like I am surrounded by enemies. I thought we perhaps are friends.
Steiner laughed at this joke about Gary. For what it's worth.
Carrier is a good boy. You be nice to him.
He's very good boy. It was not
Gently
joke
slapped.
about his goodness of boy. It was joke about his arm. It is 1.
Please, Ladybird, Bjorn, we seem to have lost more potential allies after the battle than we did during it, and I sincerely wish for this not to continue.
We're gonna walk away from Mr. Raisin. Is it raisins or raisin? Singular or plural?
It is a single raisin, yes. But you are friends, yes? You can just call me Raisin.
We could be friends.
He looks over at Ladybird, like, can you be friends?
Ladybird will take that dagger and she's got it still kind of loose and maybe pull it back way out, grab a little bit of his shirt and wipe off some goop. Say like pat him. Raisin.
Yes, this is okay with Mr. Raisin because this shirt is old and I will just take one of dead body.
Yes. And I'll go back over towards the tabaxi.
Okay.
Steiner did have an idea, before we, I don't know if we're moving on to the berry spinner phase.
Yeah,
but
that's
I think
probably.
Steiner
Well,
would-
does Ladybird want to have a conversation with the tabaxi first?
I don't think anything new needs to be
Okay.
discussed. Like
Gotcha.
they
He kind of gives you a nod. Kurt,
Yeah.
And doesn't say anything.
Yeah, and I'm sort of just hoping like they'll help us sail this ship. Like the passage is the fee.
Yeah, so I mean, it might need to have a conversation, but let's bury Spinner, and then we can take a break, and then we can come back and discuss how the tabaxi are going to handle this ship. But yeah, Brown Teeth grabs Spinner's body, and he carries Spinner.
Oh, Captain Steiner. Spinner's dead.
And he just brings him over, and he just drops him.
The poor old man. Truly is a shame. He was the most veteran pirate among us. even if he was not always the wisest.
Now
but even
Micmac is quartermaster!
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Micmac. There's one.
Brown Teeth's gonna smack Micmac to the side, like, kind of aggressively. Oh, not dart. No, that's.
Whoa, wait a second.
No, that was a misclick. Yeah, so he smacks Micmac to the side. Ow!
And you said
Brown
brown
Teeth
teeth.
would like to be quartermaster now.
Bjorn would like to put our comrade to rest first.
Please, everyone, if I may just have 1 second before we get to replacing the old man. I have this. It seems almost like fate to me that Spinner, the man best known, doesn't he have like a hook hand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that he among us, best known for his hook hand, dies, and the same time we gain a new crew member who might use one of those. Looking over to Garrier. Ladybird, do you think there's any way, before we send this man off to rest, that you could transplant this tetanus-infested thing?
Transplant. And she nods solemnly.
And Garrier, would this be of use to you?
You're
seems
giving
fitting
me
that the
Spinner's
youngest among
arm?
us-
His hook? He looks over at Bjorn. You can tell he's kind of like
You want it?
incredulous. I don't know. He looks down at his arm. You can tell he's quite uncomfortable.
How much of his arm is gone?
Probably from the mid wrist up.
Okay. So a hook could be fixed.
Yeah, totally.
But it doesn't sound like a permanent decision he has to make. He's just something he straps on.
Right, yeah. I mean, it would. So it's hard to take off. It's not like, something you can just take off like with an action. It would take a little bit. But
It's not.
yeah, it's definitely not like permanent. You can tell he's just kind of still reeling from, losing his part of his arm.
We will keep it for you, and there are shoes you can certainly fill in time. The choice is, of course, yours.
Micmac will take the hook.
Micmac has 2 arms.
But 1 tail.
And he holds up his tail.
That's an awesome mental image.
Excellent idea that might have saved Micmac's life.
Perhaps. Well, yeah. So I guess we would remove his
Sure.
tetanus claw.
Yeah, his
that
tetanus.
never
Yeah,
been
his
with
tetanus.
he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely go and, if we're gonna do something like that, I think Ladybird would take Spinner's body and bring it back into, whatever those chambers are, and would prepare it.
Sure. Yeah.
So
So, yeah, we'll say
getting
it's
the-
prepared and everything.
Just
And
strip
then
it down.
Is Bjorn going to do a Viking send away? Is that the?
Yeah, his intention is to take one of the rowboats from the swimming skeleton.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
got. So the swimming skeleton has 1 rowboat. Sorry. And I said boats.
I can make one.
Yeah, so yeah, it's listed as 1. Sorry, I said there were 2 earlier. I'm sorry, but yeah, there's 1 rowboat on the swimming skeleton.
Bjorn's gonna do it.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Bjorn
but-
starts putting him in the rowboat, getting it all ready.
Yeah, I'd say at this point, Bjorn knows the drill. That if he takes one, he gets one.
He makes one.
Yeah, and then there's a moment where it's set in, and Spinner starts drifting away, and there's a moment for people to say stuff.
Yeah, Steiner would just say quick. We didn't always see eye to eye, but after I became captain, he served well as our quartermaster. I hope you would all agree, and I hope that we can see Spinner and his diseased hand live on as the crew does. I'll miss you, old man.
Brown
Wasn't loyal
teeth
and brave
will
as he
miss
was a
you,
black
Spinner. But I'll be a better quartermaster.
I suppose we can let those festivities begin then. For those of you who are new and might not have known, it seems that the position of quartermaster is a trial by combat sort of thing. If you'd like to become the next quartermaster,
Micmac will slay anyone except Ladybird. But Ladybird's already, not quartermaster.
Steiner walk up to Micmac and like put his hand on him like a pet, kind of like just petting him.
Sure, you put your hand on his shoulder, and he's just looking around like, yeah, like the captain's got my back.
Micmac, you would not defeat anyone else in combat.
It is his right to try.
Brown teeth will crush Micmac.
Yes. Give me that fight.
I mean, yeah, is Ladybird not gonna like step in and stop? That's
No,
awesome.
absolutely not.
All right, cool.
Perhaps Mr. Raisin could be quartermaster.
Anyone else? Throw your name in.
Yeah,
Kind
what
of
the
looking-
fuck?
looking-
Everyone always forgets about me. I've been scrubbing decks for like 5 whole years. I want to stop.
Because we have a bracket.
Steiner would look over to Anna and Big Sam. Do either of them seem interested?
Anna does not. Big Sam.
Quartermaster, fine. I'll take it. If you want me to kill your crew member, so be it.
Unlethal.
Big Sam smiles, and you see his big, like, crab teeth show.
We have one more contestant.
We got 5.
Sure.
5 names in the hat.
Yeah, and we don't necessarily have to play it all out, but yeah. So Brown Teeth would fuck up Micmac because Micmac's got 4 exhaustion.
Yeah.
Tall Oswald would beat Mr. Raisin, and then Sam would be seated into the end, and Sam would win the whole thing. So Sam would be the new quartermaster.
Yeah.
There's just, I'm imagining like on either end of the ship, there's like a bare knuckle brawls.
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Just imagine
His
they're
spinners
just
like just
fucking each
barely
other
started
up,
to
yeah.
float away.
Yeah, Spinners, and his thing is caught on fire. And you the last thing before we take a break, Snapper peers over. Oh, bye, Spinner. I'll miss you.
You will surely see him in Valhalla, Snapper.
I hope Valhalla is real.
It is.
Does hiding in one shell get them into Valhalla? Interesting.
It does not. He will grow.
Pat on the back for Snapper.
Just gulps really hard. With that, we'll take a 5-minute break.
All right.
Be right back.
Bye.
All right, we are back here after having laid Spinner to rest, the one and only. And now it has to be decided what's going to be done with this ship. You pretty much have a pirate, it's not named yet, and then all the tabaxi.
Yeah, so I think I'll fill in, when we have a second, I'll fill in Steiner and Bjorn. About how
Is the rocky shores near the where we have to go to kill that other chief?
You don't know where the Rocky Shores is.
Yeah, I have no idea where it is.
Perhaps we should ask them. If it's on our well, we could always use extra crew for any misfortune that sets upon us on the way.
Doesn't matter at all. We need to bring the ship back now.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Rocky Coast. I'm sorry, not Rocky Shores.
But I'd say we bring the ship back, and then if those tabaxi are living right near, we're going to kill that chief anyway, we might as well bring him with us, so if we're attacked on the way, we have backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could we ask them to point out on a map where they're from? Just
But
to know.
regardless, that's a conversation to happen in Baldrack Bay.
You're-
Like, none of this is conversation that has...
And Glint would be reticent
Okay.
to show you where the Rocky Coast base is, essentially.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I think if you told him we were going back to Baldrack Bay, I do, out of game a little bit. I thought last we talked, we had kind of come out this way, not even necessarily with the intention of finding Faldar. So I guess now that we have, might change things. We were like looking for a ship or taking care of the.
Yeah, 100%.
So
but we have
now
a
that we
ship.
found the ship, bring it back before the. Yeah, because we had 2 weeks to return it before we incurred a 2,000 gold.
Yeah, we don't.
penalty, as I recall.
Yep.
We don't have any of the resources to do a full mission with 2 ships. Like, at all. We can't try to captain 2 boats to go down. What happens if there's another hurricane? What happens if there's sweltering heat? Like, we have to turn around right now, in my mind.
Yeah, either way, I mean, I think just if for nothing more than to try to avoid the penalty. Because I know I think it's been 4 days since we left,
Yes.
although we were moving. a little
And now,
slower.
yeah, so we can kind of retcon it and say it was 2 days. And I'll give you your ship supplies back. So you're back
Oh,
at
sweet.
38.
We can just clear our debt. Bjorn could certainly use the long rest.
Yeah. Misfortune.
Okay. Unless.
Mm-hmm.
Unless.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, we can head back to Baldrack Bay. And I think that we said that Anna would be the. Yeah, unless either of you two put your name in the hat to command the second ship. Anna seems like a good. I know she knows her navigating stuff.
I'm down.
Anna would ask Ladybird to come over and like kind of translate for the.
I was about to say that I would actually want to be on the second ship full time.
Yeah.
And Steiner and I can run Sea Secret.
And she would come up to this pirate, kind of grab him by the collar. What do we do about this one, Captain Steiner?
Surely. What's your name?
Go.
Sorry, did he say a name there?
My name's Goat.
Oh, goat? Like the animal?
Goat. Yeah.
No. Well, goat. Surely my speech right before I killed your former captain. That was a very riveting speech, yes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very, very inspiring, wouldn't you say?
Count me inspired. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so surely such a riveting and inspiring performance. You wouldn't want to make enemies of us. You You'd like to join along, am I right? Make a name for yourself, goat.
And he's just nodding his head.
Yeah. Well, that's great to hear. You'll do well to help out Anna, and remember, we're counting on you, so don't disappoint us. Give him a handshake.
He shakes your hand, and Anna kind of throws him, not super aggressively, but enough that, he's over there. She says, swab. And then we'll start swabbing.
Before Anna left, it just quickly, Steiner would say, is there anyone in our crew that you need or would like to have on your ship? As long as we've
She
got
looks
me and
over
Bjorn,
the
I think we're
lot.
safe.
I think we'll be okay. Thank you.
Steiner would kind of hang his head.
And essentially, Anna would just have,
true that is.
Ladybird relay to the Tabaxi that, like, they, help out, and then once you get back, you'll go free, and they would agree to do that for all Ladybird has done. So, all right. And with that, so now we're traveling at 5 hexes a day because you still don't have a full. Strange phenomena.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
All right.
Uh-oh.
We love it.
Let me go find. Whether I think it's a D6. Yeah, it's D6. Is a meteor shower. Stars begin to fall from the sky as lumps of stone and metal. All creatures gain 1 luck point as per the lucky feat if you have it. Or no, I guess everyone just gains a luck point.
Oh. Okay.
Roll a d100.
We're good.
Potential consequences. 12d. I will say the meteor shower is gonna you're gonna have to make a sea disaster check. Captain Steiner. Normal DC. DC 15.
Okay. And so I know I'm not proficient in it, but it doesn't matter in this case. But I do realize that I should have Jack of all trades bonus on that, so it's not just a flat intelligence check.
Well, yeah. All the player characters can gain a luck point, so they basically get. We'll say everyone gains an inspiration. We'll say you gain luck, so you can keep that. Essentially, fortune. And yeah, there is 1 point where a meteor falls down and there's a ripple that kind of pushes the boat, but you captain it well enough that it doesn't cause much. And okay, no counters.
Oh, that's better than I thought it would go. And sorry, did you say we should just play it as inspiration or to add something different?
I guess Jack has inspiration. Just say it's a luck point. And you can use it at any time.
Cool.
Next day. White clouds. Okay. Counter chance is basically 0 in this part. Okay. And you guys will reach Baldebrack Bay on the 3rd night back. So that's 3 ship supplies gone.
Sure.
And then also 3 are subtracted from the swimming skeleton, so that comes down to 7 left. The rowboat's gone on the swimming skeleton. Oop. Alright, and you guys will return. Oh, I didn't make a captain check for Anna.
Yeah, for Anna.
I didn't think about that.
Hey, don't blow it.
efficiency.
What? She told me she knew all about sailing.
I mean, she's got a good in. Well, kind of. Alright, fuck.
She use her luck.
Okay. She's good to go. No, just player characters.
Got it.
Okay. Not too bad. The rudder jammed a bit, but she got it taken care of. And we will return to Balderbrag Bay. And we've got some new followers in tow. As you turn back, Cyrus, first thing as you come to dock, will kind of storm off and leave.
No words or anything. He's just
No, he just immediately
Yeah.
leaves. Yeah, totally silent.
okay.
Can I walk where he goes?
Yeah, you want to follow?
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay. He goes into the bay over here and then submerges into the water and swims away.
Okay. That's fine with me. Just want to make sure he's not talking shit.
I mean, he might be going somewhere to talk shit. And then, let's see here. So we've got raisins here. And Emmerich. Okay. And as you come back up, the dockmaster will come up. There's a new ship here.
Yes, but
You're paying for one slot.
well, surely not for long. This won't be here. We have an agreement, you see, with Jailai, and we'll be giving this ship to him, and he'll see fit with what to do with it. Would it be all right if you gave me just a little bit of time, and I'll come back and either pay you his cut or pay you from my own if we can't come to an agreement?
You got the day.
That's all I need.
And he holds out his
Can I
hand
take us?
for a tip.
I've got 1 gold in my pocket. He can have it.
Holds it up, he puts it and bites it. You see he's checking to see if it's good. Thanks.
Sure.
Can I
Can you
get
take the
can I get a
flags
perception
down from
check
the
from you
swimming
guys?
skeleton?
Sorry. You want to take the flags down, Cole?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
And we also have his head still, right?
Yeah, where are you
On
keeping
ice?
it?
On the ice?
On the ice? Okay. So yeah, that's what you're using the ice for.
Because the council is willing to pay us for killing this guy, right?
Yep.
For all of them.
Not one at a time.
Well, it might be worth poking our heads in. Yeah, if you know
They
what I
paid
mean.
you already for half of it. You're supposed to deliver all
Yeah,
three.
yeah, true.
I think we just keep moving.
Well, so make a perception check for me.
Yep.
Okay, so you notice that the Acumen ships are still docked here, and there's also a Scipian ship docked as well.
Oh.
And on sight of it, Ladybird, you can tell with your insight, as well as Bjorn can tell, that Anna is out of sight. She goes under the deck. The Sea Secret is not coming out.
I'll look to Bjorn. And I'll kind of motion him to go on. And I'll turn to go that way.
Bjorn will nod and walk with the Capitan.
And what do you guys go do?
And I did not notice, right?
Yeah, you do not.
Okay.
But you know that there's a Scipian ship here.
Yeah, I noticed.
Mr.
the
Radiant
ships,
walk
yeah, I just
up.
don't notice, yeah.
So how does this work with your crew when you split the booty?
Each and every person gets their fair cut, which is half of all of our plunder.
Oh, nice. Mr. Raisin will wait for this time.
Shouldn't be that long. We've got some plunder to sell right now.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably have to do that first things first, so we can give the crew their money. So
Sure.
if we're staying here, they can.
Yeah, so you have 6 plunder.
I think
Sure.
I think 5 is correct.
5? Okay. So yeah, you'd end up
Yeah, because
getting,
we got 4 from this, and we had 1 from the shipwreck that
so you'd end up
Mr. Raisin was in himself.
2,500 gold, and then 1,250, and then you want to cut in the crew, which is
I guess.
now, yeah. So it's now 13 plus Raisin is 14 plus Goat is 15. If you want to cut him,
I don't
You
think
don't
they've
have to.
turned it yet.
No, Goat's not getting cut in.
is Raisin getting cut in?
He fought.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Raisin definitely gets cut in.
Okay.
I think.
in these conversations, when we're dividing, like, we need to absolutely have a thing that you get cut in after your first sale. Like, you're not getting cut in on a half trip, you know? When you leave and get back in, then you get cut. Does that make any sense to you guys? Or no?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I think in this case, I think Raisin kind of.
Sure, yeah, no, we
Right.
can say that for now, for sure. But, like, I think there
That should
needs
be the running rule.
for new crew that comes on is like, yeah, you're gonna hang out here. The rest of this voyage is your test run, and at the end of the next one, you'll get cut in.
Okay. Well then,
Sure.
if you're cutting Raisin in, then everyone gets. We'll up it to 90 gold,
Nice.
and then
Big
1250 for the ship.
I'll start keeping that in my personal inventory.
Yeah.
1340 then.
And I should have fixed your inventory, so if you uncheck a box, like if you're stowing something, it'll subtract the weight, so you can track your own weight in the character sheet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Is the encumbrance correct?
Yes, yeah, so you're all doing, it should be on the variant thing, so if you're over half, or sorry, your strength score times 5 in weight, then you lose 10 feet in movement, so just keep track of like what you're actually carrying. I know a lot of you just stow your stuff, so it's not a huge deal, but like on the boat. And we'll say you go speak to Hyli with the swimming skeleton.
So you brought me a ship.
And a pretty good one at that. You might have heard of it even.
Yeah, I have. It's gonna be a
Well.
bitch to fix.
I would have thought you'd be more grateful, considering this is a real vessel and not a measly, perhaps a fishing boat or anything like that. I think you've made a good investment.
There's dead bodies affixed to the entire thing.
I can take this off your hand if you'd like. Might look good on my ship.
We'll fix it up. But no extra pay.
Is it? What is the going rate for a ship like this?
5.
Because they have the not.
5,000
5,000.
gold, so you'd get 2,500. So
Yeah, and he fronted us like half of that from my recollection. Yeah, I think Steiner's content with that. And if he has nothing more to before Steiner leaves. Oh, and the docking fee. I suppose now that it's yours, I can tell the dockhand that you'll deal with the fee.
Instead of a pirate, you should have been a businessman. Fine.
I'm both, my friend. I'm both. Yeah, so I can, whenever I get back to
he'll pay the docking
boat
fee.
then.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably no docking fee for highlight. But...
Yeah. And would he be willing to, because he doesn't want the dead bodies on it himself? Would he?
Yeah, if you want the dead bodies, you can have them.
Yeah, can we have
Yeah, I know why
the
you
skeleton?
want them, but yeah, that's fine.
Well, no, I'm just the skeletons to affix. It sounded.
You
cool,
want to put them
man.
on your own? Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's,
All right.
that's what I think.
Yeah, totally.
Can we check
Does anyone
to see
else
if they're
veto that?
actual skeletons or if they're just wood?
They are actual skeletons. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I think even if we don't transfer them all over, I think our ship's looking a little more scary on site.
Sure.
We got some.
Absolutely. Yeah, get some
Great.
skeletons affixed. But yeah, if you want to change your Jolly Roger or your sails or stuff, let me know. Like with cosmetics.
I think some black sails would be sweet eventually.
Yeah. With that, is there anything else you guys want to do in town? Do you want to go meet with the council?
Do you guys want to try to get a payment?
I think we just go back out.
We take a long rest though.
You want to do a week here?
I mean, whether or not we long
We're
rest,
not ready to
Steiner's-
level, so it's not going to get you anything. So you'd have to.
Yeah, I've just depleted most of my resources now.
So you're breaking up a lot, Cole. What'd you say?
Am I really? Yeah, I just depleted most of my resources there,
Oh.
and that lasted. Jordan will not be very strong if we don't.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, well, if you are long resting, then eventually the council will summon you because they'll know you're in town.
I think either way, we're probably gonna spend like a night in town at least, right?
Okay. Well, the council
'cause
will
I think
summon
for-
you at that point.
Even if it's just a night.
Yes.
Okay. Then, yeah, I think that's probably what we would have spent a night in town. Because Steiner is interested in these ships that are new in town, and so whether I guess if we're being summoned, he'll find out from them. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Just do
Well,
that.
yeah. I need to do some stuff before
Yeah,
this
let's.
happens.
Yeah, you want to do like in game or out of game?
It doesn't need to be in game, but like I want to check in on Anna. Like I know she's hiding from the Scythians, but
Sure. Yeah, you want to talk to her first?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, she is in the hall, and as you walk down, oh, Ladybird, hi.
And just to set it, I think Ladybird notices Anna kind of duck into her, below decks. Steiner's getting off the boat, and Ladybird and Bjorn make eye contact. And Ladybird sort of just nods over towards the tabaxi that are coming off of the boat now and goes to follow Anna below. So, like, closes the door behind.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, it's just you and Anna.
It says, I am interested in how you liked your first command, but I think we have other things to talk about first.
It was okay. What do
But-
we need to talk about?
Well, I haven't seen you hide like this before. And I noticed it was after you saw the make of those ships that are currently in harbor. Is this something that we need to talk about now?
Make a persuasion check. No, not now. It will be fine. When you are out,
Please.
if you see... Never mind.
Is there anything you need?
No, it's okay. Thank you, Ladybird.
Very well. Hopefully we won't be here for too long, but I'll come in to check. Leave this. No. Can you get to the sea's secret? Without being seen.
I can, yeah, if I need to.
Well, you know we're planning to be rid of this. If you can make your way there, here, this is the key to my chambers. They won't look for you.
She holds up her thieves' tools. I don't need a key, Ladybird, but thank you.
Very well. Yeah, then she'll peace out.
And with that, you are summoned by the council.
Before we arrived, as a group, did we bring the head of this guy or no?
We're summoned. Got it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
they're saying,
Okay. Yeah. So we come with our with Faldar's head in tow.
Yeah, I picture Bjorn just kind of holding him by the hair.
yeah, and if we're also, like, we're getting brought in, I do want to drop some health on Bjorn and I. Assuming I see an orange aura on you. Are you still, like, hurt pretty bad, Bjorn?
Yeah, super bad.
Yeah, if that's cool with you, Kagan.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I assume you'd all be at full health because you probably were Hand of Healing every night. Right.
Yeah, I just didn't have a chance to do it.
Yeah, you
But-
guys can all be at full health. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it.
Okay,
You don't have to
sweet.
expend...
Dope.
and as you are summoned... Sorry?
We're short rested.
You're short rested, like, yeah, I think 2 times
Okay.
over. Yeah, so...
Cool.
Yeah, sorry, I was kind of having to go fast, but...
No, it's all good. I just didn't do any of the mechanical shit. But yeah.
And
Cool.
as you come by, Winston will take your weapons once again. He will set... Well, Bjorn will set his down.
Yeah.
And you will enter. And Ada will greet you. Hello, welcome back, Captain Steiner and crew. How
Make a curt bow.
were your travels? Are the Reavers destroyed?
Bjorn will roll the head down the stairs.
Oh, gosh! And Ada holds up her mouth or hand to her nose and covers it. So does Magellan. He pulls up like a handkerchief and covers it.
It's not that smelly, right? We kept it on ice this time.
It's still like disgusting. It's a severed head. You know, it's not.
These people aren't used to that kind of thing.
Please take it from my sight.
Well, we found one of the Reavers, and this is him now. Bjorn, would you pick that back up? Thank you.
Yeah, Bjorn will go grab it by the hair again and kind of hold it behind his back.
Thank you. In the future, such spectacles are unnecessary.
You did not believe us in the past. We figured we could avoid any confusion.
Winston can be trusted. He can verify for us. Thank you, though, for dispatching with the pirate. The other 2 Reavers, I take it, are still alive.
To our knowledge, yes. But we were only gone for less than a week, I think, and we've already dispatched of one. It won't be long for the others.
As you're speaking, this guy over here, he's in full armor. He's in Scipion plate armor. He and Ada will turn. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. This is Aedrus for Car. He walks up and he looks over you. Aedrus, these are pirates under our employ. We are using them to fix problems with these smugglers, and he turns. Yes, I understand. You there? I come seeking my sister.
And I know that Trey knows Anna's last name. Does Steiner?
Yes, we'll say he
don't-
does.
Okay. So then,
yeah, we'll say he does, yeah.
As soon as he announced himself, Steiner kind of, I don't know if it would have been a noticeable face, but the cogs are turning in his head. Aedrus, that's a foreign-sounding name, and he'd walk up and shake his hand if he's interested.
Yeah, you hold up your hand and he looks at you curiously. We do not shake hands with pirates.
That's too bad. It's a shame about your sister. And steps back.
He looks at you curiously. What is a shame?
That you're looking for. That must mean she's lost.
Yes, she was sighted, stowaway. You wouldn't happen to have seen her, would you?
You don't shake hands with pirates, and yet you expect things from me. That's very funny. Anyways,
I asked you a
know,
question. You'll answer me if you know what is best for you.
What's the vibe from Magellan, Ada, and Anders? Are they...
You can tell that they're kind of intimidated by this guy.
So they're intimidated by him, but are they like... When he's threatening me, do I feel as though all of them are threatening me, or that he is a separate entity?
You get the sense that, yeah, they would totally fall in line if he was like...
Oh. Okay.
But some of them are probably, like, less happy about it, but they would do it.
Okay. Well, at this point, I would like to use. Earlier today, I used my Tales of Beyond to get the Tale of the Clever Animal, which is very useful potentially. So I know that actions aren't necessarily used in combat, or not in combat, but could I use this at this point?
To reroll, or to roll extra die.
To bestow it upon myself for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, sure, yeah,
I'm
that's
able
fine.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, so then turning back to Aedrus. And your question was?
Have you seen my sister? She is
How would I know?
Tall,
I don't even know who she is.
dark of hair, light complected. Anna is her name. She may be going after by a false name. It was said
Can
that
I
she's
imagine-
stowed away on a ship that frequents these parts, captained by a Marius Crenshaw.
Steiner is just looking at him when he's done. That all means very little to me. I've seen many women
Make a
tall
decep-
and
make a
dark
deception
hair.
check.
Sure.
On Steiner.
Do you want the guidance on there?
Yeah, that was your first check, right? Of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, yeah,
Sure.
I'll keep the 16.
He looks at you.
Wait, hold on. You can add your thing to it, right?
Yeah, I have to re-roll it then. I guess.
No, you
I
roll an
guess-
extra die after.
Yeah, I guess it's probably better. Yeah, so I will take the reroll and then plus a d8, so just the first one. Okay,
Alright.
yeah. plus-
He looks at you. Fine. If you see anything, I will pay heavily for her return. And he turns and he nods to the council members, and he'll stride past. And will you get out of his way as he walks?
What is it? Kind of me and Bjorn blocking his way?
Yeah, he's just gonna walk through you guys, and he's gonna expect you to walk out of his way.
Going will not.
I'll do like the half. I'll turn sideways, but not move.
Okay. Yeah, he'll walk between both of you. He like kind of grazes Bjorn on the arm, but because Steiner walks out of the way, he'll kind of sidle through and he'll just continue walking.
Well, we were summoned, and I don't suppose it seems that it was to throw a head at your feet. So, what do we owe the pleasure to?
Eras is a nobleman of the kingdom of Scipia. He requested all those, he said, pirates local to the area to speak to them. But perhaps he would wish to speak to you as well.
And is he... I know that earlier we spoke that you had some business interests coming from Scipia. Is he at the head of those? He seems like a good man to be on the right side of, if that's the case.
As far as business with the Scipian kingdom, she looks to her council members like, how much should she really say here? That is none of your business.
Business is none of my business.
We thank you. I thank you on behalf of the council for returning the head of one of the Reavers, and look forward to the next two.
Does that seem like it's at its conclusion?
Yeah, Ladybird turns to go.
Sure.
Steiner would just throw out a one-liner to Anders. You're looking better already, my friend. Whether or not that's true, I don't care.
Yeah, thanks. All right. You can tell. Can I get an insight check from you guys?
Minus thickness.
Yeah. So yeah, both Steiner and Ladybird can tell that when he said that, he felt like you felt like maybe he was hiding something, and it was like he kind of got found out a little bit. Like, oh, they know I was under the weather type thing. So.
On to me.
An old house, you say? Many secrets.
Are you long resting here for a week?
I mean, it seems like we have to. I know we're on a that actually is probably a conversation. Stein, or for not maybe Trey.
Sorry, Jack, you're breaking up. Is he breaking up for you guys too?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear anything you're saying.
But I was new setup.
Okay.
Talking direction. It seems like that's a Cole and Trey conversation.
Sure.
It seems for killing this king, it might be beneficial for me to be at full strength.
Depends if we do it through force or through a little deception.
Based on our track record, I will assume there will be some force involved at some point.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I mean, I still have most of my spell slots available, but I'm fine to take a long rest. No harm, no foul.
Emmerich, yeah, so we'll say you guys long rest. It is, let's see here.
And I can build us a new boat, too. Although we used the one from the ship we just sold, so we don't really need it, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's a good point.
And it is 3 silver pieces a day, so we'll say it's just 2 gold.
While we long rest, I'm
Per person.
drag this up.
For each of you, yeah, to live while you're in town for that week.
Can you point me towards the right way to craft healing potions? Because I'm I think in the materials that I've seen, there's conflicting things. Because one thing, it seems to be like it's just X gold to craft it since I have the herbalism kit. The other one is like the reagent process.
Yeah.
I just don't know what I'm supposed to be using for.
Yeah, so it'll be through the reagent process. So I think you need, let's see, your potion craft. Yeah, so you need, yeah, herbal alchemy. You need alcohol, and then you need what looks like an air reagent.
Right? Yeah, I know. I fire reagent. It was just, I think it was, yeah,
Yeah, other than that, you can buy them, and they're plentiful, but you have to find them if you want to craft them.
yeah, no, for sure. But and so there isn't just a straight like gold conversion for it. You gotta
For
do
reagents, no, yeah, because it could get a little.
that. Yeah. Then I mean, can you generate a reagent? Or I know you have to.
Yeah, potions of healing are plentiful, so you can get as many as you want.
No. I don't want that. I'm looking for reagents.
To buy or to harvest.
Yeah, like some of to buy, but like some of your vendors do have reagents. I can't.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. So it's
I drag you down this whole freaking path. Well,
yeah. So if they have them,
Yeah.
let's see.
and all.
Yeah, so Edgar has air reagents for. I mean, they're 100 gold pieces, so it's probably not worth it to you.
Yeah, that doesn't make it. Okay.
And they're kind of, so it's not worth it to craft like the cheaper potions, but it might be worth it to craft them more, you know.
Yeah, I mean, for
Expensive.
now it ain't worth it. So that's all that matters, right?
All right, and yeah, you guys can go ahead, just kind of buy whatever you need. Is there any other things you want to do in town while we're here?
How much are potions of healing again? 50?
50 gold.
And it was 3 gold total for the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy a potion for me.
I just realized we didn't add this to the Google Sheets for the Sea's Secret, but there was a harpoon, or not a harpoon. Crap, what was the name?
A
of the,
ballista.
And
yeah.
Yeah, it was affixed to the boat.
will we be able to move it?
You could. Did you want to try to do that before you gave it to Highlight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really should have said this. But I was
That's
kind of
fine.
wondering what things we were able to take from that boat.
Yeah,
that
you
were-
can
know,
you
he
can take
decided
the
he wanted
ballista. That's
boat.
fine. So we can say you guys have a ballista on your boat now.
Let's go! Game changer for our piracy.
And did someone log the healing potion from the loot from that boat?
There was a healing potion from the swimming skeleton.
That's correct. I'm happy to put it in my pocket because I have one in my pocket right now.
I'd say you certainly can. I didn't remember there being one, but if there was, yeah.
There was.
Yeah, I haven't put that in my pocket or anything.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Did-
you're right. There, potion of healing.
The other things are just to be like, what can we sell that shit for?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of housekeeping, but we do have some, like, I've been removing things from that the party loot tab that are like actually not valuable, but like if it's a weapon, I put it into the bag of holding weapon thing. But these
Yeah,
are
that's stuff we can do
mostly
out of.
all-
We don't have to necessarily. I'm cool with you kind of just doing that off screen, and then if it is going to be a problem, we'll kind of solve it when it becomes a problem. It's not an issue. If you need to like sell stuff or whatever, or move stuff.
Yeah, those cloth of gold vestments, just to see what a gold value is on them.
Yeah,
like
it's
buy anything that isn't healing potions right now.
they are worth. You can sell them for 100 gold.
You want us to convert that to 2 healing potions?
Sure.
So you guys want to take one and one?
You don't want his golden skeleton vestments?
I do not.
How hype were they? I mean, like,
They're hype
They're
as fuck,
pretty
dude. They look badass.
fuck.
I mean, that could be good for. I don't know. That's on you.
Because I mean, because I'm rocking. I'll
I think you use it as a
eat,
pocket square.
I'll spend 100 gold of my own money on those potions, so we can still have
Damn.
them.
All right.
But I'll keep those vestments, I think, and I'll
Yeah.
don them over my armor.
Yeah, they
I
were
got
so nice that
Goldenbrack's
he wasn't wearing them. He saved them for special occasions. So
hat. Well, I'm taking a part of each of the reavers with me. Each
Sure.
captain I slay.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're
adding
slaying them
on
all.
to the
Okay.
weapons.
okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Each. I'm not saying I will kill all the captains. I'm saying every captain that I do kill.
Sure. All right.
Yeah,
And with that, you guys head out.
Yeah, benefits of long rest.
Yes, you can have long rest benefits.
Would I have found out through drinking in the town or whatever at any point what the Acumen ships were in town for? That was kind of a curiosity of mine.
Yeah, give me an investigation check, please.
Guess not.
They were here for trade. You know that. They did speak to the council. But trying to get close to their ships, they're very, need to know. And they would leave actually before you left.
Okay. Yeah, and at some point I would talk to Anna, probably before we left.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say it's kind of just you two. Captain, what is it?
I just wanted to bring something to your attention. That someone claiming to be your brother is in town and searching for you.
Her eyes kind of open. What was his name?
Before you, Doris, I believe.
Shit.
Doris.
She starts rubbing her head.
Do you have multiple brothers, or you just wanted to make sure that it was not an imposter?
I have just one brother. What did he say?
Not much, and before you worry, I completely misled him and said I've never met anyone even close to resembling you, but non-suspiciously. He only just said that you were lost and he was trying to find you. It had been reported you had stowed away with Marius Crenshaw.
How did he find me?
And he...
We should leave soon.
It's fine with me. What would happen if he did find you? He's offering a reward, but don't worry, you're priceless to me.
If he found us, he wouldn't be good for you.
For you?
She shrugs her shoulders.
Whenever you're comfortable. It seems you have quite a story in your past, but just know that you're welcome among the crew and you're safe here.
My brother is formidable. You should steer clear of him.
I can tell. He seemed to have the Council of Balderbrack Bay quaking at his every whim, so who am I to stand toe-to-toe with that? With a wink and a nudge.
She kind of sighs. Hopefully he'll find another trail and be gone soon.
Perhaps I should have planted a false trail then. I'm not that quick-witted. All right.
Well, thank you for letting me know.
Sure.
Okay. And with that, is there anything else anyone wants to do before you head out?
On the road again.
And give me the general. Where are you going?
We gotta go kill that cat, dude.
Yeah, true. But before we do head out,
Ben,
what is
I do
the
need
cruci-
a wisdom saving throw from Mr. Steiner.
Oh no.
Brain's gonna start pouring out of your ears.
Okay.
Would I know what for? Oh,
No, you don't.
for the odd thing. Okay, just my wisdom is tested. So I was gonna, before we left, I'd imagine that I would know what the crew situation, the crew situation is. Cyrus left, hasn't been seen again. The Tabaxi, same thing.
Yep. Yeah. That's Baxi went and met with. I mean, you would kind of have whispers, but they went and met with 3-3, and it seems that they are
Oh,
bargaining with 3-3 for passage back to wherever it is that they're.
And then Goat.
Goat is still aboard the ship.
Sweet.
Well,
Cool. And then I think that's pretty much all the question marks. I think. Is
did we pay
Gary?
Cyrus, or did he just leave right away?
He just left.
So we didn't have to pay him?
Oh, he did take his cut. Sorry.
What the?
oh no fucking way.
Let's go find
I
out.
can. You guys can have his 90 gold back. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, no, all we do is we give it to what's this fuck? We give it to the other dude.
Mr. Raisin.
No, not Mr. Raisin. Mr. Raisin's a little bitch boy. He's not getting a cent.
I love how much Jack hates Mr. Raisin.
I kind of like it.
He wants to go be captain. Who?
He's ambitious.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I have anything to say about that. A castaway had the gall to say he was going to captain one of your ships.
He has treasure map.
He's a good cook.
You don't have.
Familiar. We have treasure now.
Yeah.
So you give it to Emmerich. Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, that's another thing we have to decide before you leave. Are you?
That was the other question mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna just pay Emmerich.
Is he willing to negotiate his rate at all?
Yeah. We'll say you're talking to him right now.
And just so we all
Captain
remember,
Steiner.
Played Gal said he was paid 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
Um,
I did not get a chance to show you how formidable I am.
no, and unfortunately, the only person who vouched for your skill then left the crew, proving he's a liar and a scoundrel to both of them. So I have truly no basis to regard you with. All I know is that you were paid. You say 100 gold per voyage. Someone else says 50 gold.
If you do not want to pay, Akiban ships are in dock. I can return home.
Did you not serve for a cut of just like the rest of the crew?
Make a persuasion check. Not Steiner. You do not have full crew for the ship. Plus you're unproven to me, as I am to you.
were unproven?
Yes.
Labors as unproven. To you.
We defeated you.
And you let many slaves go free with no payment.
Would this 90 gold not change your mind? Surely that is more than you would have made under your former captain.
Surely it is not, because his cut portion would be more.
They did have the benefit of.
The slaves.
They had the benefit of
could
having a ton of slaves, so they didn't pay.
be sold for much more than we made today. And they were given away for no reason.
Steiner's not glaring, but he does look to to Bjorn at that point.
Bjorn walks away.
Well, we have no basis to know how skilled you are, and even though I would think that you would be impressed that we plundered your entire ship and crew, only losing one man, and an old cripple at that, I would have thought that you would see the opportunity here, but if you're not willing to stick around for a cut of our... What's up?
I'll drop my purse on the table. And I'll say, my worth. And, like, sassily drop a coin purse down on the table. With a notion of 1v1 me, brah. It's a fat sack of gold.
You're challenging him to a duel for the money?
Yeah. Like, if he can kick my ass, cool. If not, he's got to prove it then. Like, he can earn his keep.
I am foreign to these lands. In Akuba, the duel is to the death.
To the yield?
To the death.
Labor looks to the captain. Like,
I don't believe that killing
am I
this
supposed
man...
to kill this man? Is he worth $100?
I trust.
How much do you have in your sack
brother.
that you just sat down?
87 gold.
Okay. He looks over it like, yeah, I'm not impressed.
No, but it'd be his pay. So, like, my whole thing is, like, you know, you want to prove yourself, cool. If you can kick my ass, then
Sure.
we'll pay up front. If I kick your ass, well, then you obviously
he's,
didn't.
he's saying that it's to the death over this.
Yeah, no way. No, I mean, if Captain thinks my life is worth $100, fine. But, like, yeah, that's a horrible.
The captain
bargain.
has no doubt that you'd kick his ass. Maybe.
Yeah.
Does the captain have doubt that he would kick his ass?
I mean, you would know from what you saw in the fight. Lady Bird
yeah,
probably win.
Yeah, he
But
couldn't
he's
even
not.
take
He's not a
sides.
scrub like, you know.
Right, and so
Rapper.
this is another note that whenever we take hostages, we have to take all of their money. Like, there's no way this dude should have any weapons, armor, or money.
Oh, I thought
When
you
he's-
were like letting him. Is he a
Regardless.
hostage or is he? I thought he was like working with the crew.
Whenever you join the crew, I think, like, what you got from the
Well,
people
it's up to Steiner. 'Cause Steiner's captain.
Yeah.
Steiner, would you take his stuff
Certainly in this case, I didn't. I don't.
No,
believe it.
I'm
But
saying
I know
going
what you're saying.
in the
forward,
future?
that needs to be a new policy. Like, we're not going to let hostile combatants keep their money. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
when we take them on board, like, their money, that's part of the ship's loot. That's part of the captain that we offed, you know? We can't be letting people hold 100 gold in their pocket.
You wish for me to prove my worth in a fight to yield with you. He looks at you, Ladybird.
If those are the terms, do you think you could?
Sizes you up, perhaps. Such a fight
Is it-
is seen as undignified in my lens.
Well then, 50 gold. Let's take it on faith that it would be a draw.
Make a persuasion check. He nods. I draw. Fine.
And I'll pour out half the gold and fish out another 2.
Okay.
And put the 50 on the table.
All right.
And perhaps before this meeting was adjourned, Steiner would say, and what was his name again? Sorry, I forgot.
Imric.
Imric. And Imric, if any of the crew asks, perhaps you could say that you're just taking a regular cut, just like the rest of them. What do you say to that?
A sellsword keeps his mouth shut.
And it seems as though we're paying you to do so very well.
Do any of us notice Steiner's brains?
You broke up there. What check?
Do any of us notice Steiner's stress? Like, as we put off this cat god thing, is there anything we can
Not
perceive?
yet, no.
Too wise.
Okay. And with that, where are we going?
We head that way
So
towards
you're
the
going back this way?
jungle.
Kitty.
Hidden jungle? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop a gold overboard.
Okay. Yeah, make a religion check. And you don't have 20 crews still, right? Yeah. Are you going to stop the ship for this day?
I
Hell
think
yeah.
so. And I was going to ask you, again, I should have clarified all this, but I remember you saying that there were 7 supplies left on the swimming skeleton. Could we have taken those as well?
Sure. Yeah, you can add them. No problem.
Okay, so that brings us back up to 40 after I subtracted the 2.
Okay. As you are here, and I think, Bjorn, are you down to 0 exhaustion? Let's just make Mac with...
Yeah, I'm gonna start leaving Micmac on severely injured.
Oh, wait, why
I
say
think
this
you
here?
have a disadvantage.
You're gonna what? You're gonna leave him with that?
Exhausted. Like, I don't think the expending the med kits on him is a worthwhile investment.
Sure.
Ladybird,
Huh?
Micmac feels sort of weird.
And I'll
Do you
I'll
have
take
pretty potion for Micmac to be strong?
I'll investigate. I need to just look up the exhaustion table, but what's
So level 3 exhaustion. I can actually just... This should work. Let's see. Just level 3 exhaustion. Boom. It did not work. Fuck.
You can just add yours in briefly.
Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws. Oh, and speed's halved, so yeah. Rough.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of mimic that I think we need to keep around. He can't really do anything well.
It's a good thing.
Get into a lot of trouble.
Maybe, you rub Micmac's belly?
And Ladybird nods and makes soothing wind sounds as she rubs his belly.
Alright, Micmac starts purring.
Yeah, no happy ending.
Alright, Anna, as you are traveling, while Ladybird is soothing Micmac, can I get a group perception check from everyone besides Ladybird and Micmac?
Perception, you said?
Perception, yeah.
Throwback to when the swimming skeleton was running up on us and the Ladybird got 3 nat ones in a round.
Dude,
It's ridiculous.
it's not the perception, it's the investigations that get.
Okay. As you are... Okay, jeez. Alright.
Damn it, Stinky parry.
Bjorn, you are
on.
going to see a... what looks like... something leap out of the water. You're going to turn around, you're going to hear a splash. It's going to be fairly large. It's going to, like, for a moment, pops up here, and then splashes into the water and goes missing.
Did anyone else see that?
See what?
And as that
Something
happens, one
jumped.
is going to leap up and splash on deck. And with that, we are going to roll.
Oh, that thing looks cool.
It is
It's kind of cute.
I
Well,
think
cuddly
this
boy.
is- Yeah.
Is Garrier, does he got a hook hand?
Garrier does, yes. We'll say he does.
Yeah, Gary.
Oh,
Here, let's-
You look very Viking, Gary.
Okay. Let me get this ready, and then let's get some battle music going. Pirates beware. Okay. And first up is Anna. So this giant thing splashes on deck. It's got big wings. Let me give you a better picture. Don't look at this stat block. This is for the picture. It's a frog-headed, legless creature with wide bat-like wings and a gaping maw. Its shrieks resemble those of a hawk, and its long, sinuous tail tapers and ends in a venomous barb. This thing splashes on deck, and it's hits deck for a moment, then flies back up, and it will surprise Snapper. Hits Snapper twice.
No.
Passes, but does take him down.
oh jeez.
Oh no!
Boom. And
Chop, bro.
with that, now we enter initiative, and Anna will go, and she turns around. We're being attacked! And she will run over here and take out her hand crossbow, or sorry, her short bow, and fire. Hitting for 16 damage. Alright. and as that happens, another water leaper is going to leap out of the water here.
Oh boy.
Come here, and it will multi-attack.
Shit.
16, 24.
That's on me, right?
Yep.
Both hit.
No.
For 16 damage, and you are grappled.
Should I take the con throw?
Yes.
The poison. Con throw.
To pass, you don't take the additional damage. Nice, but it does have you grappled here.
Okay.
And the water leaper that went up is going to go, and it will turn to Garrier. Wait, sorry. No, it won't. It will swallow.
Oh, it's gonna
Snapper.
eat
It's a
Snapper?
bite attack means a medium small creature it's grappling. Yep.
It ate Snapper.
Ate Snapper.
It eats Snapper. Snapper's inside it. And you hear Snapper go in. As it slurps him up.
Is it chomping him as well, or is it what looks like?
It's more swallowing than chomp. It chomped him at the beginning, and then it kind of started. It's more like in his throat. You can kind of hear it going down a little bit, like a cat. Like it's kind of like the sound of a cat like upchucking. You know, it's like the.
Yeah.
But it's more like it's just trying to eat him down. And another water leaper's gonna fly up and come here. And you see it. Let's see here. Comes here and it shrieks. It'll hit everyone except for hit everyone here. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Below decks, I'm assuming I can hear it.
Yeah. Nick, Mech, and Lady Bird are fine.
Oh, okay.
Con save, you said?
Yes. Okay, so it is a DC 12. And that is a failure from Jean-Claude and Brown Teeth. Okay. And there's that. Gary, your turn. He's in a turn. What the fuck? And he'll swing his scimitar. Yeah, hits it for 5 slashing damage. He's not quite attuned. He's not used to attacking with his hook hand, but he does have it.
Understandable.
It's Goat's turn. Goat's in a turn with his scimitar. And I miss. Oh, shit. Steiner.
Quick metagame question. So I have the Tales of Beyond thing that is basically like I can use it as a bonus action right now and have it, but it refreshes on any short rest or long rest. I get back to 5. So I mean, I think it's reasonable to think that every day in the morning Steiner just uses one to have one, so he doesn't have to have a bonus action in his turn. And I didn't specify at the beginning of this day, but would that be something that?
Yeah, that's fine.
You would.
I'm cool with it.
Okay. So then he would have this one for the day already. That's not bad. Okay, and then to break out of a grapple, it's a contested strength check. I can use acrobatics against strength.
Yeah, acrobatics or strength.
All right, and that's an action, right?
Yep.
Break grapple. I think I will use my action to try to break the grapple then.
Okay.
Eek.
It's not bad.
Yeah, you break out.
Oh, cool. All right, so not grappled. Awesome. Last question then. I know before the session today, we said we were going to do ship combat a little different.
Yep. Yeah. So
Does our ship-
I have a turn for the ship on here,
Oh, awesome.
and it gets
Yeah, I didn't see
three. It
that.
gets 3
Okay.
actions, and we'll go through it when we get there.
Okay.
But just noted, to turn it, you're gonna have to be at the helm.
Yeah. And we ruled that as being within 5 feet of.
Within 5 feet of
Just
that,
roll.
yeah, that thing.
Okay.
And
I'm
in
gonna-
order to shoot the ballista, someone has to be manning it.
Ah, is that the case?
Yeah, and we can say, I assume we'll have Tall as well up here. I'm cool with that.
Let's
I
do
like
boys.
on the gun. Oswald will be a good gunner.
I
Yeah.
trust him. All right, and after all that,
good at shooting stuff.
Steiner will move here and kind of pat Big Sam and say, "Get between me and that thing." And bonus action, I will bardic inspiration.
Wait, did you just move? It's an attack on you.
Oh, yeah. I did just
Shabba.
move. I think I'm fine with taking an attack. Ah, shit. Yeah. All right. Wait.
You're re-grappled.
Wait a
12
second.
damage. Yeah, yep.
I'm low entire Al. Okay. Oh no. How much? 12 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well then, I didn't move.
Okay, so you have movement, but your action's gone.
Yes. So I can bonus action stab. I got. All right.
No, you can't. You have 0 movement when you're grappled.
Oh, okay. All right. Bonus action. I tell Big Sam to get this thing off me. And I
Well, that's just you can freely talk. So
Yeah.
All right. So Emmerich will assess. It's probably more of a help against hitting his captain. So he'd run past Brown Teeth and up here. Multi-attack.
See what he's got. No, Emmerich.
Does 21 damage with 3 slices.
Mega crit.
Okay. Micmac.
Ah! Lady Bird! I'm gonna. Ah!
And he'll just lunge forward and slice at this thing with disadvantage. 14 actually hits
Okay.
as he runs upstairs. Does 13 damage.
Nice.
I think his sneak doesn't count, and I'm only fishing for hero points in this.
I think it counts because Garrier's in range.
If you have disadvantage, though, if you have disadvantage from any source, I think it can. Yeah.
That sounds legit.
What I'm seeing is disadvantage does not cancel sneak attack. They have advantage or an ally within 5 feet.
Okay.
So if
Nice.
it were from advantage, but like disadvantage canceled it, then that would be the case. But
Okay. No, I'm down with that.
that's what Jeremy Crawford says. He's wrong sometimes, but
No, I'm down with sage advice.
all right.
Jeremy Crawford's never wrong. We love Jeremy.
Stinky Perry will turn,
Kill these things.
fire and miss. Ladybird.
Yeah, I'll follow Micmac upstairs and run in there
Okay.
and unload on this thing.
Miss.
12.
Miss.
Okey dokey. It's not great, but it's fine.
Does a hit.
27 will probably do it, right?
Yep.
Big hit. And follow up punt. 13.
Yep. Or no, sorry. No, that's a miss.
Okay. And last one at disadvantage.
Miss.
14. Okay. They were missing there.
And another water leaper will show up. Come here, and it will shriek, hitting everyone over here. If you've already passed against it, you're immune. So it's pretty much just Micmac and Ladybird. Micmac has disadvantage.
Didn't matter much.
Yeah, he was failing anyways.
Okay.
Micmac's too stupid to be frightened.
And a last water leaper will run and splash here. Actually, it'll splash here. And it will multi-attack. It will bite Anna.
For the crit.
One.
Oh.
Damn. She is
Jesus.
grappled. And then it will sting at Steiner. Missing Steiner.
Thankfully,
Mr. Raisin, oh lord! I guess I will shoot my crossbow. I'm gonna shoot at this one over here. Big Sam will try to run up and save his captain. He will shove this one over here. Rough.
a good idea, though.
Yeah, it moves it over here. And that
Oh.
ungrapples. And then he will step here and attack with his longsword. His last attack, hitting 6. Boom.
Not bad, Quartermaster. And remember, he does have Bardic Inspiration. He
Yes.
doesn't really need to use it there, but I see his some marks.
Tall Oswald will fire his crossbow.
The ballista?
That's on the ship's turn that it fires. He just has to be
see.
there. Yeah, it's gonna be disadvantage. Still hits though, and he'll fire and hit 9. Bjorn.
Yep. Bjorn will. I don't have towards the captain. Actually, no. He's gonna run into the entrance. And he'll do a thorn strike
Okay.
with his axe. Can I do it two hands and then manipulate my shield out after?
Yes, but in the future, if you're doing that, then you don't get your shield bonus to AC before. It's like
For sure.
on a first turn.
Yeah.
And you get the +2
Oh.
from Garrier.
So does this set the precedent moving forward if I'll default with my shield out or not?
Okay.
Does it?
I mean, yeah, I'd want it. Yeah. So,
Alright, I'll do it one-handed then.
Okay, gotcha.
I think by default you would bring your shield out as well.
Makes sense. Yeah. There we go.
Whoa!
Love it. Jesus.
Oh, that's good.
Holy
That's
cow.
fucking good.
And
Wow.
2d4 rated.
That's amazing.
Double ones.
Weak.
All right, and he is wreathed in radiant energy.
That is unlucky.
No.
That is quite unlucky.
Very underwhelming crit, and that's kind of all I can do.
Okay.
Wait, actually? Can I, would Healing Word work on Snapper inside this guy's tummy?
I think you gotta see him. That you can see, so you cannot see him because he's literally
Oh, yeah,
in the tummy. So no,
I can't see him through his throat.
no, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not on my turn.
It is Snapper's turn. He'll make a death save, and he'll automatically fail one from the. Okay. Brown Teeth will decide between where he's going to go, and he'll just turn around with his crossbow.
I want to smash, but I'll fire first.
And he'll shoot his crossbow, missing at the water leaper, and then he'll drop it, take out his big axe thingy, his big club, excuse me. And the last water leaper will leap up. Oh. And attack Stinky Parry twice. Missing. Damn. Jean-Claude will fire his crossbow at the one that hasn't come yet, missing, and then he'll run to the opposite side. It is the Sea's Secret's turn.
Yes.
So I assume, so you only get one ballista shot per turn. I assume you want to take one.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's gonna be a disadvantage because there's a creature within 5 feet of it.
Yeah. Because I'm just reading the sailing ship's data slate here.
Yeah.
So it's saying on the yeah, but on the picture that you sent earlier today, it's saying on its turn, ship can take 3 actions, but it can only take 2 actions if it has fewer than 20.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so 2 actions. Yeah, but so you only get 1 attack per weapon you have, so you need 2 ballistas to take 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that different for movement then? Like I could double move.
Yeah, you can double move. Yeah, it's just for weapons. But if you had like a ballista, a mangonel, and like a ram, you could like do all 3. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. What's the wind situation?
Good question. It is blowing against you while you're. Yeah. Directly against you. So it's blowing like this.
So double move would move us 30 feet. Okay, I think yes. Singular move.
You can make a 90-degree turn if you're at the helm.
I am, thankfully, thanks to the water leaper.
Correct.
Yeah, and sorry for the one more question. How does ramming work?
Ramming,
not
yeah.
an
So if you can hit them, you have to move into them, and it actually takes an action, but it's an attack, and it's rolled based on the ship's stats, and you can add your proficiency if you have it, which you don't. So I can just roll it. But yeah, if you could ram this one, you can only hit one thing.
Okay, and so we're still playing it as it's an action.
It's an action, and you'd have to move into it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically 2 actions.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably a better shot than having tall ops shoot point blank at this guy. So I think if we can maneuver the ship,
I can just move this here, and then yeah. So we'll say that it's maneuvered that way. And
sure.
this thing would be
the other.
here.
Yeah. Cool, and then yeah, give him a little ramming.
Yeah. So ram, miss on the water leaper, and then this movement as well. And then you want to take a ballista shot.
I've used both of the actions.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have 2. I'm sorry. Anna will go.
I mean, unless you want.
I forgot that. Yeah, you don't have full crew. Anna will step up and rapier attack this one, hitting.
Okay. Okay.
Damn. Okay.
All that damage?
Yeah.
No, not this.
Not the crit, but yeah. This water leaper is going to try to swallow Steiner. It's a bite attack.
No.
23. Steiner goes in, and a swallowed creature takes 3d6 acid at the start of the water leaper's turn. So, but you are swallowed.
I'm blinded.
Oh, sorry. So now, Snapper fails his death saving throw. And then the water leap will return. And out of my way. And he will multi-attack. And he will go. He'll bite on Micmac because Micmac did a fair amount on. And this is an advantage because Micmac is exhausted, I believe. Or no, never mind. It's not an advantage, so that misses. Or let me pull this up actually. Exhaustion 3.
I'll just give myself a bunch of exhaustion, see what it does.
Yeah.
That throws.
Yeah, it doesn't say
Yeah.
attacks against it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a miss, and then it will sting Micmac. That is a hit against Micmac. Micmac takes 9. And then he has to make a con saving throw, and he's at a disadvantage. Damn.
Oh, hey.
And that is that turn. And now this water leaper will fly. It'll double move here. Garrier will attack with his scimitar. Hits.
Oh, Gary.
Goat will slice with his scimitar. Missing.
No.
Steiner, you're in.
So I'm blinded and deafened, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know mechanically how this would work, but assuming I'm just in this thing's stomach, I think I would be fighting to claw my way out, especially if I
Yeah,
couldn't
so I think
see
you're
or hear.
restrained, so I think you should have disadvantage to get out, but it's the same, just in opposed.
Let me check my spell list really quick.
Yeah. Dimension would be nice here.
Yeah. We'll phase step.
Misty
Um,
steps.
Yeah, no, I would probably let you Misty step out because like his mouth's kind of opening a little bit, so I would let that happen. Because I know you have to see it, but that would be fair to let you Misty step out.
That would be great if I had that
Yeah, if
spell.
you have that spell.
Nah, I pretty much got nothing that useful. You said it's a I can do an acrobatics check to try to get out.
Yep. Yeah, it's a disadvantage though, so because you are
Yeah.
restrained.
And that's an action to do it.
Yep.
Oh, okay, then this is useless. Yeah, I got jack shit. I'll just try it.
It'd be 19.
Okay.
Okay. Steiner is held in the mouth. Emmerich will try to show his worth. Hits 3 times for 19 damage. Micmac. Ow! Ah. And he'll just slice one more time, hitting for 11. Stinky Parry. His potent stench is helping him out here. He will miss though. Ladybird. Jack.
Jackadoodle.
Did Jackadoodle fall asleep again? Uh-oh.
There's no way.
Jack.
I keep seeing his mic flare up.
Yeah, I see that too.
Might be having some issues. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't want to skip him. We
Yeah,
could.
considering 2 water lepers are next.
Yeah, I don't want to skip him and then have him get hit. We could call it here and then pick up next session mid fight. We are at 3 hours and a half, 3.5 hours. So
Yeah, I mean, it seems reasonable if we can't get a hold of him in the next couple seconds or minute
Yeah.
or whatever.
We don't want to just have the water leapers go.
yeah,
God, I cannot believe that I I cannot believe how I played my first turn. I'm brain deficient for that.
yeah, breaking the grapple and then running away and getting re-grappled.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough.
I could have done it. I could have just bonus just stepped away before. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea.
Or Dissonant Whispers, man. It's a good,
Yeah,
it's a
or
good
I was
spell.
thinking, but I was like, now I'll be greedy with it. I could have done a million things, except I did the one thing I couldn't do.
Yeah, Dissonant Whispers.
Maybe
is
that's
great
why
for that
Jack's
shit.
not here anymore. Jack saw that
Yeah,
horrible
he's too upset.
display.
He's like, fuck, I'm going to bed. I can't
Yeah,
fucking handle it.
mutiny IRL.
Yeah. This might be a Jack falls asleep again moment. You know, he had a long trip.
Long day.
Yeah.
So it sounds
East
like.
Coast time. Yeah.
Yeah, but
We'll
it's fine with me.
Yeah, you want to? We can.
Yeah.
We can just keep initiative up, and we just pick up here next time. Not a problem.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Just remember who swallowed.
Yes. We'll
Brilliant.
keep
Is that a combat
so-
master thing?
Steiner and
Snapper.
Snapper swallowed.
I'll add blinded, deafened, or well,
Yeah, I have the. I can repost the ability. That's a rough little.
These
Might
guys
see
are
our
tough.
first character death here.
Oh no.
surely Big Sam's got me.
And they're trying. These things they're not very strong. They have like low attack and low AC, but they have a lot of health. Which I just realized.
Tanky.
That was the were sharks were a similar MO.
Yeah. I guess
The Were-Sharks
that's,
felt like they did some damage though.
yeah, the Were-Sharks
Yeah.
had advantage on attacks. That was pretty broken. So.
These
Awesome.
guys do damage. Trust me. It's not because I have 15 AC. I swear.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Not. Well, I'll end the stream here. Good session,
Alright.
boys.
Thank you.
GG.